Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Pertinier Outdoors podcast. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you are well rested and ready for this marathon of an episode. This has become, I guess, is it a tradition now? We've done it for 2 years now in a row, calling it Beers on the Deck, getting the guys together kind of midsummer when things are a little quiet, a little hectic, I guess. It's quiet as far as the hunting side of things goes, but hectic as far as everything that is going on in life. So it's a great time to get together with your buddies, and in this case with our buddies. We got Trigger, and we got Danny Boy, and we got AJ. The four of us got together at my house last Saturday night, and we tried something new. We streamed the podcast live on a app called Bullhorn, which is available on Android or Apple in the Play stores or the app stores. You can download it, and it's a pretty neat way for us to broadcast the podcast live and have people call in. People can ask questions and interact. We can run polls, do things like that. So I think we're going to continue to try to grow with that platform and try to use it a little bit more, and maybe do one episode a month to start. That's kind of my goal here. But if you'd like to check out the video of this podcast, it's just us sitting there on the deck, but it's pretty entertaining, and I think it'd be a fun one to watch visually, because it is the four of us sitting on the deck having a good time, and you can watch as the evening unravels with bags of chips being devoured and every receptacle of alcohol that we have being drained. So pretty fun time, as it always is with these guys. And I don't want to belabor it on too much because you're going to have almost 5 hours of content to listen to here. I think I'm going to divide it up into 2 episodes so I can post a couple this week. So I'll post this one now. It'll be the first about half. And then the second half, actually, Dallas called in, as well as Aaron Lehman, which is another one of our friends out here. And those two guys were on the phone with us for almost 2 hours through the Bullhorn app. And we went into the wee hours of the morning. I think it was like 2:30 it was like 2 when everybody packed it up and got out of here. So pretty good time, and I think you'll enjoy this discussion. And there is a lot of really good content in here, and some great hunting stories, and a lot of laughter, and just buddies picking on buddies, and game planning for this upcoming year. So that's what's coming down the pipe for you in this episode. I will just give a reminder. Make sure you're putting the August 22nd beer release party on your calendar. We hope to see you there. Just updates on some prizes that we've brought together. So we are planning on doing the big raffle will be for a muzzleloader. We're going to have some sort of a card game, I believe a 52 card game. We're going to be selling those tickets there. You don't have to be there to win, but you need to be there to buy a card for the game. So there'll be a $20 entry. We got the cornhole tourney. We've got a Millennium portable tree stand and a set of sticks that the folks over at Huntworks are hooking us up with. So we appreciate them and their support with this. New update is that we've got a pretty awesome prize. The Venison Donation Coalition is going to be sponsoring a prize of a lifetime license here in New York. So it'll be a total value of $375. You'll have a gift card that you can use towards it. The idea is that $375 is what it costs to buy a lifetime license for someone from the age of 0 or 1 day, I guess, 0 to 4. And then after that, it kind of goes up incrementally. But that's what they figured would be a great prize there. And even if you don't have a little one to get a lifetimes for, you could use that $375 to put towards yours. So that's a pretty awesome value there. And we're working on getting a bunch more donations in the works here for the event. So put that on your calendar if you would. We hope to see you there. The week prior, we've got the tethered teach and train over at Allied Archery. Very excited about that. Looks like there should be a great crowd. I think, definitely over 100 people now. I don't know what the exact number is, but well over 100 people registered, so that should be a great opportunity. Don't be hesitant if you're not a Tethered user. This is not, it's an event put on by Tethered, but it's by no means meant to be only people that use that product. So definitely encourage anybody, whether you're running any other brands out there, if you are local, if you'd like to come out and meet some people that are like-minded and maybe learn a little bit about saddle hunting, I think it'd be a great opportunity for that. So hope to see you there. If you have not already registered, you can find it on the Tethered website. You could message us. We can send you the link, anything of that nature. So hope to see you there if that's something that interests you. And I think that's probably about all I've got for this week. Throwing this together, I'm got to divide up this podcast, post this first half, and then I'm going to run over and do some work over at the farm. It's been quite a while to do that. I'm going to meet Dallas, and we're going to do some trail camera stuff and maybe use a chainsaw, do a little bit of work, as the fields are a freaking mess right now from all this rain we've been getting. So that's the game plan. Hope you all have a great week. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Tell a friend. Help share it. That's how we're going to get this thing to continue to grow. I appreciate it, as always. Thanks for listening, and keep feeding them.
Hello.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
name.
Squirrel's got me.
Big Jim.
Yeah.
Really, 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 really cold and fun.
Cold and fun.
Cold and fun.
That's good that you think of it, because that's what deer hunting typically is cold and fun.
Yesterday morning, I'm glassing up on the pass and I see these deer moving. And I'm like, ooh, there's some deer moving. All of a sudden, I just see this person just head down, just hauling ass, wearing shorts and a t-shirt with a pack on. And I'm like, is that Tard? My dad always talks about floating through the woods like the autumn breeze.
So Robert's
when you're
the
275
ghost,
pounds, I don't know how you do that, but
the Freightliner. It's just like a creeper. You're just kind of up in the corner watching what's going on down there.
yeah.
You know,
He's like,
he's up there slapping it, pissing all over everything.
is it warm yet?
How did you know the name of the actor?
That's right. I know.
What'd you say his name?
Hervé Villechaize. Remember this?
You know what pert near means.
If you know what pert near means and you live in America, you're a redneck too.
Welcome to the Log Talk Podcast, brought to you by Pert Near Outdoors. Okay, we're rocking. We'll see how this works. So we just gotta watch that down there. All right, so the way we're gonna do this, we're just gonna do this like we normally do it, and then but we have this thing going. So if something happens,
You can see me.
yeah, there's you. You look awful.
Thank you.
AJ's off camera. It's probably for the better. There's 2 listeners, so somebody else is on there. All right, so this is our.
Looking for it.
You did?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it might be me on there.
Might be AJ. So we have no listeners. So this is going to be. We're doing a podcast tonight. Beers on the Deck,
You gotta
part
get
2.
All right.
Part 2. We got myself, Billy, the host. We got Trigger, the famous Trigger, and AJ, my brother-in-law AJ. So anybody who's never heard us, this is my family. This is the hunting crew here. So last year we decided, probably right around this time, to do a get-together over here and record a podcast, just kind of talk about whatever, and it turned into a 4-hour marathon of a good time, drinking beers on the deck and having a hell of a time. So we figured we should probably start making that a yearly tradition and have a good time with it. So here the 3 of us are, and it's kind of good timing too, because I think what we probably could start off talking about is just getting into Western hunting stuff in our trip, because really I was a very late addition to the trip, and the 3 of us really haven't had a chance to talk a whole lot about it. So figured it'd be a cool thing to dig into. So AJ, all right, first, what's everybody drinking? I guess that's the most important thing. First thing, what's everybody drinking?
7 with 7.
7, 7, and 7. And 7 up. Is that what you're running?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Trigger's got a little bit.
Bush lattes for me.
Hear that, Fox? Is that what that is? Or is that just a dog getting attacked by a fox? Or it could be my cat getting attacked by a fox.
Just a fox.
And AJ's drinking Bush, and I'm drinking a gin and tonic. Had gin and tonics last night over Brad and Jenna's, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of...
It's your thing now?
Go to.
And I was at a conference week and a half ago and drank gin and tonics like all night, probably 8, 9 gin and tonics. And I mean, I'm sure I had a decent buzz, but I just never got wasted. So I was like, I think I need to go back to.
And you woke up and felt all right?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up at 6 a.m. I went to bed at 2, and I had to be at a meeting at 9, so I went for a run, and then I went and got a nice breakfast, and then I had a meeting until noon, and then I drove home and 5 hours home, and then you walk into what you have to walk into at home.
Home.
Yeah, home. I thought about just sitting out there until like 8:30 at night, but I decided that wouldn't have been for the better. So
for you, it would have been.
For me, it would have been.
At the time.
Yeah, but then like once I came,
man,
is Danny boy? He's on his way.
Danny's already here.
Yeah, he's on his way. Is that somebody squeaking their tires?
I think that's the fox.
Is it?
No, I thought it was somebody's.
It could be.
I'm not sure.
All right, so let's dive right into the Western hunt. And AJ, Brian and I were talking about this morning. Like for you, you haven't really done any of this stuff before. No. So for you, like Brian and I are getting fairly comfortable, I would say, with going on these trips. So it's not like that much going on in our minds other than the fact of like, do we have our food?
Just get prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you, this is your first trip. So what's some of the stuff that's going through your head right now? Like what's the thing that's scratching at you the most?
For me, is just being prepared there. Brian's been helping me out with getting my muzzle loader ready and shooting. So I just want to make sure when I do have an opportunity, because you guys always have opportunities up there.
Yeah.
We want the gun to
that'll
go
be
off.
able to capitalize. Yeah. The gun goes off and hits its target.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, we've talked about this before on the podcast, but you're so new to hunting, really. Is this your 5th year? 4th year?
4th or 5th, I forget now. I think
it's gotta
it's
be
my
5.
5th. I think it's my 5th.
But you grew up out here in the country, but you didn't really grow up with a gun in your hands. No. I think that's a huge thing. I think us growing up, Brian and I and my brother and Dallas, like we had a 22 in our hands.
They're BB gun.
BB guns, something. Yeah, I guess it was BB guns first, cap guns, BB guns, and it was like always carrying a gun, and you just like became comfortable. I'm not saying that it's made me a great shot, but it's made me very comfortable, like not having to like, it's that
Same
second
here.
nature thing,
Yep.
So it's I know that's been a challenge for you to like get yourself comfortable with just that like muscle memory snapshot stuff.
Yep.
Where you're ready to just rip a shot off when you have the opportunity.
It's positioning too. Like I started practicing laying down on my pack. I'm going to be practicing tomorrow again, and I'll use my sticks and shoot from my sticks there. So I'm getting used to and comfortable shooting in multiple positions now. So
yeah.
So did you shoot today?
Not today.
But the other day you shot and you said it was
my groups are getting closer.
75 yards.
Yeah, I went out to 75 and. At least it's marking on the target, so might not be a bullseye.
That's what he and I were talking about the other day. Is that if you can be a pie plate with iron sights at 75 yards,
yeah,
you're good.
It's pretty good. I mean, there's guys that are freaking tack drivers with muzzleloaders, iron sights well over 100 yards, but
I can't even see 100 plus yards.
That's the thing. So the other night, what did I have? Well, I guess I didn't even have a circle, but I was shooting at
the O in Lucas Oil.
Oh yeah, I hit it. He's like, "How'd you see it?" Just luck. But
yeah, that's exactly where I was aiming. Yeah,
he did hit the middle of the O.
That's impressive.
But like a 6-inch circle at 95 yards, your
sight's covering it up.
Well, and the box is bigger. The whole front sight is about as wide as the box. About a 14-inch box at about 100 yards.
Right.
So it's like you're centering. Left and right ain't too bad because you can center, but that was the one thing you were shooting. He was trying to center the front sight on what he wanted to hit.
On the target, yeah.
And it's hard enough to just see the top of the sight and use that as a sight, or use that as a point of impact. So I think that'll help you. But yeah, just like a 14-inch box at 100 yards. I mean, that sight
Covers it all.
it just covers it.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the hard part. That's why I wasn't really comfortable out past 100 because my sight's covering the whole thing up. But like when I had that opportunity with the elk in front of me at 115 yards, I could, an elk's different than a cardboard box at 100 yards, so like hindsight could have probably made that shot or been comfortable, like looking at that if I had practiced more beyond 100 yards, but you're on the right track. I mean, you got to go. Like, that's the big thing. Like, you just, let's talk about the reality of what all of our lives are right now. Like, I have no time, and I know all three of us are living the same life. It's like, when do you do anything? Like,
we have 7 kids between the three of us under the age of 6.
Yeah.
So things aren't like real abundant for time away.
no.
Just lucky we can go on the trip.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like,
And that's what I think. Regardless of what happens, I mean, it's going to be something you'll remember forever.
Mhm.
There's going to be stuff that's pretty cool, and there's going to be stuff that
there's shit.
didn't go how we wanted it to.
Yeah, it's gonna go sideways.
And either way, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Even if it's not fun, it's going to be type 2 fun
Mm-hmm.
that you'll remember forever. So.
Yeah, I mean, like the training part of it, getting ready to pack with my pack and getting up there, I'm not too worried about that. I can train enough. I've been walking enough and running enough that I hope I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you will be. But for me, that's my biggest thing that I worry about. I know I can get up in there, but I know that it's not going to be a ton of fun.
No, it's not gonna be fun. And now I know where you were 2 years ago with 2 kids. It's like I just you only have so much time is what it comes down to. And it's like before I was running a lot and I was in very good shape cardiovascularly, but I was putting in like hours at a time. I don't have that.
Right.
So like if I have an hour's worth of time that I can spare in the morning, like I got other stuff to do or work is crazy busy, So at the end of the day, like we're going to get up in there. It's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. But it's like, what are you going to do? It's like, you're going to just not go because you don't have time to like follow some, 14-week program. Like I really wanted to get on a program, but I bailed on it because it's like the reality of me being able to commit,
I mean,
6 days a week. It's like, I can't do that. I can't.
I just don't have the energy.
No.
I mean, I could get up at 4:30 and do this.
I don't have the energy either.
No.
Yeah.
And then I'll be just miserable to the wife.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
But I think that's what
It's not going to help you out.
I think that's the reality of what it is like at this point in our lives. And I think a lot of people get freaked out about doing these Western trips because they're like, oh, well, I don't have time to like get in the best shape of my life to go and do this. And it's like, you can do it. Like it just may not be as comfortable, but you can go do it.
Definitely the better shape you're in, the more fun it is, I think.
100%.
And I think your planning goes along with that a lot too. I mean, if you're going to do what you guys did the last trip, which is drive out there and then book it up the mountain right away, it's different than planning your trip to take your time to get up there.
That was a good idea in our situation in a way, but it ended up being it just wasn't the best situation.
Going straight up in.
Yeah. Working all day, then driving 24 hours straight, getting out of the truck at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and expecting to make it up 3,000 feet of elevation in 4 miles or 4.5 miles.
Yeah.
By dark, which we did, but I mean, me and Danny, you could have made it up, no problem.
Well, I did, and then I came back down and helped you guys.
You carried my pack the last few hundred yards at least.
But I was shot the next day. Like I was, and because Danny and I got up the next morning and we went on a freaking huge trek, which is like
Willie's
classic
big adventure.
classic me. Like right out the gate, let's freaking burn it right out. And but that's I'm talking a lot here, so like I don't want to like this kind of is directed more at you. You're smiling at me, which means you're not surprised that I'm talking a lot. Jimmy's listening, Pound Rocks, Jimbo. I know it's all about me all the time. God bless you guys. But like when you look at these hunts, like you almost always only really the last 2 times we went, you really had like 2 days of hunting.
Right.
Is what it came down to. Like I've like started counting it out on my hands, and it was like the last trip.
Yeah, it's a 9-day.
Saturday
season
is
trip.
opening day. We got in there Friday night after dark. Saturday,
Almost
you're just
died.
trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? What do things look like? Where are the animals? Sunday, we packed meat all day. Spent the night in town. Monday morning, packed back in. Hunted the afternoon.
Move camp. Well, yeah.
Moved camp,
Yeah, we
hunted
hiked back in.
yeah,
Moved camp.
Hunted the
900.
evening.
It was productive.
And then Tuesday, we all missed deer.
Mhm.
All of us.
Mhm.
In the morning.
So you're on what, day 3 of actually hunting?
Yeah, being in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
That was probably
So that
be
was
the first full day.
Tuesday, and then Wednesday, I went hunting with Bob, and we chased elk. And Thursday morning, we hunted. We were all on deer. You guys shot and missed. No, that was
that
Wednesday.
was-
You guys shot and missed the second time.
We only shot.
You only shot the one time.
You shot a couple days.
No, I only shot one time, but twice at the same deer. I shot twice in that situation. So, but I guess moral of the story is that was Wednesday we hunted there, and then Thursday morning was the morning Danny woke up and his arm was all swollen. So it was like
5 days of hunting and a 10-day trip.
5 days, but most of them weren't even full days.
no,
Saturday was a full day, but we were just kind of looking around.
Right.
Sunday was we did hunt the morning. Monday, it was just a bunch of partial days, and
Yeah.
But it was fun.
it was fun.
I couldn't hardly walk, but it was fun.
So I guess our plan going up there is Friday. We're gonna make it up there, set up camp. Hopefully, be able to glass Friday night.
Yep. If that's all we can do, I'll be happy. Set our camps up, relax a little bit,
Yep.
glass for a couple hours at night
So Saturday morning,
is opening day.
we'll be able to hunt Saturday morning.
Yep.
We'll be packing out Saturday afternoon,
Yep.
Sunday.
We probably will.
Either for more bullets or more booze for our sorrows. Yeah, hopefully we can spot some bucks Friday night. Hopefully Tard's going to be in there a couple days before us, so hopefully he can even spot some bucks, and he's hoping to be able to see some deer for us, and he's hoping he can find some elk.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that whole plan goes and he's up in there
Mhm.
just to see what's up there for people and what's
Yeah.
up there for game. I assume that there's going to be deer.
How many people have you guys crossed up there? Has it been just you guys?
No, there's been a handful of people up in there, but that is so far up in that you'll get. Tard seen somebody last year, was bow hunting, he was figuring deer. And then we've seen a couple other guys, but a lot of times what they're doing is they're hunting for the weekend or the day. And that's what a
They'll just
lot
do a
of
big loop.
Yeah, but they're so far back, isn't it kind of difficult to hunt that for a day?
well,
So
Or
opening,
even the weekend. So you go out there, you shoot something Saturday afternoon.
so like that Saturday, like opening day of muzzleloader Saturday, and this like back in 2019, I was blown away by the amount of hunters on the trail.
Yeah.
At the pass, which is 4.5, 5, 6 miles
6
from
miles in, yeah,
from the trailhead, at like
3,000 feet of elevation. It's
I'm like, and they're wearing like fanny packs.
Mhm.
They're like
They're just
like
hunting.
hunting through, and it's like, what the freak? It's like this is a 13-mile freaking round trip,
Yeah.
But they're at
But
the
they
end of the
live out
day,
here.
the truth be it, they're not. They're
Truly
not.
hunting.
They're just staying on the trail, and if they hear something, they might go after it. But like I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about it the other day. What we see pattern-wise in that area is kind of like reverse of what you hear. Like a lot of people say, like
for deer.
that they're down in the morning, or they're down at night, and they come up in the morning and bed high.
Right. Our deer bed down
It's
low.
opposite,
And
but
the
and the elk
elk,
do the same thing.
Yep.
But I was thinking about it. It's because of the fact that all of the human traffic, all of the hiking, there's a ton of recreation in this area.
Yeah.
And it's all above tree line.
So that's part of it. Yeah, it's the hiking is up there and it's above tree line.
Right.
So if you're hunting at 10,500 feet and below, and there's happens to be meadows, yeah, they're gonna bed up high in the timber. But the way it is where we've been hunting, it's so the altitude's so high that there's just solid timber at 10,500 and below, and everything else is meadows, and that's where they're coming out to feed. So it's not exactly what you would expect.
No, it's not what you draw up.
They are bedding in some of those clumps and stuff like that in the rock faces for sure, but there's so many deer bedding in just the big timber that.
Yeah. Deep down, I am kind of bummed that I didn't get that muzzleloader tag, because I would have loved to have chased muzzleloaders with you guys. I know. Because that area above camp, like, I really want to see one of you guys with the mule deer tag, like, go up and hunt that area.
Where the goats were?
Yeah. Trigger. God damn it. Now our spot's blown. But yes, up that way. Like, yeah. I think up that way is definitely an area that's super intriguing to me, because there's just, I know I saw deer up there that last night. I think that was Wednesday night into Thursday. I saw deer like get up right before dark, and like that would be a cool area to be able to try to come in from above them.
Yeah.
Are you saying, is that outside our unit?
No, it's in our unit. Yeah.
I never saw any bucks up there, I don't think, but there was.
I saw a nice buck that night.
Plenty of times.
There was does there too, but there was a nice buck for sure.
It was pretty hard to glass. There's a lot of rocks / just it was really broken up. It was hard to.
Yeah, I've got the spot marked, and like you can see it even from satellite imagery. It looks like it's like a very yellow spot of a rock slide, and it almost kind of looks like an old like gold mine type. You know, that's what I mean. I would almost say it isn't. Guarantee it isn't, but it just kind of like looks like that, like one of those big like piles of like golden dirt like out in this area. It just like sticks out on that ridge. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to check that out.
Yeah. So I figure I'll do some glassing. Maybe I'll walk around.
Find us the gold.
In the midday. Yeah. I'll go on a jaunt.
Well, you go up there and push them around.
Yeah,
I'll knock them down. Yeah.
I
You guys just sit at camp.
At camp and.
Yeah. We're in a good spot there. At any time, somebody could just come walking through there.
Well, the deer around camp were every night. They were just everywhere right at camp. But there was like a little fork horn, a bunch of does, you know. But they were like, you go to the creek to get some water, and yeah.
They're just like looking at you.
Definitely, you know, if you had doe tags or the camp meat could be good up there.
Camp meat could be fantastic. I could have. So they had like 111 doe tags left. That's when I told you how many tags there were left for that. Okay. When I put in for the secondary draw, that was doe tags, not
gotcha.
The buck tags was like 11, but they had like 100.
Yeah, it was 5 buck.
Was it 5? So they had 111 is what it was. They had 111 doe tags left. So I almost put in for a doe tag, which would have been nice, but that would have been hilarious if I ended up going with my freaking muzzleloader after does, which, I mean, I guess if you just want to shoot a mule deer, like, it's not an awful idea. There's a lot of deer in there.
No, and you could do it right next to camp. Although you could do it all the way down by the road, too.
Right, you could. You don't even have to go all the way up
You could be in town, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
But
easy
where's the
pickings.
adventure?
I know. That's exactly it. So what are some of you got any questions, AJ?
No, I'm just gonna have to experience it. I mean,
Big Show Brandon, what's up? I don't know you, Brandon, but we're doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, I just have to experience it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been out to Colorado. I've been hiking up mountains out there, so I know the elevation and how it affects you.
Yeah, you've got that going for you. It's not like your first time out there, you know. Do you anything like gear wise? Like the other day we were chatting on the phone and you were raffling off a bunch of questions and thoughts and stuff. You got any gear related questions or?
Not anymore. I kind of finished my gear buyout now, I think. So yeah. I might get a couple more clothing, camo clothing. But I bought a lightweight hoodie, Sika hoodie to wear. So I got 2 sets of clothing.
The
to wear
core
out there.
lightweight one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Are you taking? This is something I think I might change up this year because I feel like go ahead.
Rhinos. Talk about that. If
Yeah.
we're bringing them or what's.
Well, yeah, I think it's a great thing. I mean, 3 of the 4 of us are here. So, I mean, Brian and I were talking this morning. We're talking about the Garmin Rhinos, the GPS 2A radios. I'm thinking we don't.
Agreed.
But I think it wouldn't be an awful idea. So I know Tard has an inReach,
Right,
and I have an inReach. We could always, split those up because most of the time we'll be hunting with each other. But I was telling Brian, there's a few other companies that have gotten into the game with those cellular GPS or satellite
phones. Yeah.
satellite deals. So,
But is the Garmin inReach is only that mini is only like 2 something or $300 is
yeah, I think I want to say I paid.
I thought it was around 400 when I looked.
I think it's like $350 for the mini.
Yeah, they had because then they have the bigger one there that was maybe 500 or something.
Yeah, but they're expensive. I mean, it works. It works fine. It's worked good for me every time I tried to use it. But I know I've heard people talk about Zoleo is a new company out there, and it seems to be well received. I know Rob Herman, he's doing some photography work for them, and says he's used it and says it works pretty good.
Yeah.
And like I want to think that's right around like between $150 and $200. So, something like that. Like I actually really enjoy having my inReach during deer season when we go to PA, like just to be able to send a message out. Like how many times are we in spots in Pennsylvania where up on the top of the ridge, everybody's at the truck and they've got cell signal, but you're down in the bottom.
Brian and Dallas.
Oh,
with their buck.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It would be nice. It would be really nice to have.
We could hear you guys.
Yeah, you could on the radios.
Well,
as Billy and I started jumping the gun and going down the hill for you.
Well, you could have helped us if we would have went the same way out.
Coulda, but you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Christ, and we were freaking 3/4 of the way down the hill, and we were more than 3/4.
Did we start hearing them? Is that what happened? They started telling
No,
us
I think
they were
somebody
going?
came over the. Yeah, we heard him we heard somebody over the radio.
Yeah.
And we had already gone down the steepest part of the hill. That sucked ass after we had walked how freaking far that day.
On the 3rd day or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was totally worth it.
Yeah.
And I totally get why you guys wanted to just do it on your own. That was pretty awesome.
I mean, I would have let somebody carry something.
All right, we got some questions here. Why don't we answer some questions? Aaron Lehman's on. Hey, Aaron. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. Aaron. You know Aaron.
I know Aaron.
Yeah, I know. We
How
all
you
know
doing,
Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Miss you. Hope you're doing well. Well, first, we'll answer Big Show Brandon's question. He said favorite spot to hunt in upstate New York.
The woods.
In the woods. Yeah. There you go. That's your classic answer.
Anywhere there's big bucks.
Yeah. Well, so not sure if we know you or not, Brandon, if that you just have some special alias or not, but we live in Wyoming County is where we live. So we have a family farm here. Both AJ has his family farm, and I'm married into Brian's family, so I hunt with them on their farm. And hey, Joe, how are you? And so obviously love hunting right here. I mean, we're very fortunate because we have farms that we have access to hunt in our families, like AJ within like 2 minutes from your house. Brian, 5 minutes, me 5 minutes. So that's probably, I would say, our favorite places to hunt is right here at home because we don't have to go anywhere.
But we also have good public land within a half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That we do hunt. Well, and then you go even further.
Yeah.
But...
So I grew up in the Finger Lakes, in Finger Lakes region. I grew up in Huntay Falls, and we have a family hunting camp in Naples. And that's really where my heart is. I'm incredibly fortunate to be living out here and have access to hunt with you guys. But our family hunting camp and that kind of like big wood style, side hills, mountain, I'm very passionate about that. And in the last few years, I really didn't start whacking and stacking until I married into the Kirsch family and became a real man.
Honorary.
Yeah, became an honorary Kirsch. Yeah, and and started killing deer. And then I just became really obsessed with hunting some public land. And it's just, that's kind of where my favorite places are to hunt right now is some public land areas that I've latched onto, that I have like total control over what I want to do. And it's not trying to share. Yeah. Like I love hunting the farm. I love hunting Naples, but like then you're trying to share it. Like you don't want to wear out that spot, you know? So that's why I think I've really leaned a lot towards public, because I can do what I want to do and I'm not worrying about
piss anybody off.
pissing
Or if you
you
do,
off.
who cares?
Yeah. Cause you're a fucking moody bitch. So, you know, well, you know, you are.
Mhm.
And,
So are you.
no, I am. I get kind of territorial and stuff, you know, and then I can't hunt your best stand because then you get upset. So then there's a lot of stuff coming out right now.
You can hunt
I
wherever you
feel
want.
like, okay, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk about that with Robert and see what he says.
Yeah, good luck.
If I'm hunting the poplar stand on the 8th of November, it probably wouldn't be the
You
greatest.
can hunt it whenever you want, as long as me or Dad are.
Right. Yeah. So I guess, does that answer the question? I answered it from my perspective, but
Do you hunt public land very often?
Some, and I actually have. I think I found a couple good spots to hunt, and I would like to hunt that a ton, but I just, I don't have. It sucks to drive 35 minutes, and then try and hunt for a couple hours and try and get back home to not upset your entire life.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
so we also have Molly's family has land too, which is 35 minutes away, but we have a built-in babysitter, and then we can both hunt. So
yeah,
I do like that to hunt. It's not a ton of land, but there's a lot of deer. That is Genesee County.
Yeah.
Lots of tags there. Tags are very plentiful.
that's the beauty, I think, of what we've all found with the public land stuff, is that it just gives you something else, that you're not just pounding your private land stuff.
Yep.
And
save your private land stuff for when it's good, when you know it's good, when the wind's right.
Yeah. It just don't burn a spot just because it's the only place you think you have to hunt, you know.
See, that's what I'm starting to figure out.
Yeah, you're on that path right now. I mean, you're so new in this. Like, Brian and I have talked, and I've talked to mainly Brian, but it's like we have to like let you figure some of that stuff out. Like I'm always like interjecting. You ask me questions and I like freaking poo-poo you all the time. And I feel awful about it, because it's like I just need to shut my mouth and let you figure it out. But because I forget that you're so you haven't been around this forever. Like it's a new thing to you.
But when you have an awesome stand and it's awesome,
yeah,
then all of a sudden it's not.
Yeah.
It could
There's
be
a reason
because
why.
The season's moving on, they're just not using that spot, or it's just plain old. A big buck's only going to deal with you bumping them out of there once, or I really think they don't want to be bumped out of there.
No.
Especially on small tracts of land. I mean, if you're in big public woods, I mean, they can go up and over a hill and they don't really care. But I truly believe around here, when you got a 20-acre piece of woods and you knock them out of there, I don't think they want to be back.
No, especially if you continue going in there
right
over and over again, and not even just you, but other people. You know,
are they going to stay out for a week, or I think they come back, but they're not back the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we experience in Pennsylvania, I mean, I think they're just back.
Yeah, they just run a big circle and come back to their safe place.
Yeah, or they might just be the next ridge over. But they don't care down there.
Mm-mm.
They can deal with it.
Yeah. Well, they have so much in their favor. Here in farm country, there's such little cover. It's flat. Yeah. They don't have the topography to be able to get themselves visual.
They have to be downwind or catch you moving. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a huge factor.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when we've added people and numbers to our group in Pennsylvania is when we've really started knocking down bucks.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times, well, we know now that we're bumping deer that we don't even know we bumped. And guys are shooting them when we didn't even know there was deer on the run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas before, if you had 3 or 4 guys and you're doing a big still hunt, you're bumping deer because those deer they're in visual beneficial areas.
Right. Yep.
So they see or they smell you coming before you even know they're there.
They're bedded in a strategic spot.
Right.
They're not just They don't just stop in the middle of the woods and decide to bed down for the day.
Right. There's a reason why they are where they are.
Yeah, they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a young doe or a young buck just decides to lay down, but
Yeah.
So did we really answer the question of where we hunt? Do you want to give like
Western
some
New York.
public,
What?
like the public land areas?
Well, I don't want to say the actual areas where I'm
Okay.
hunting.
yeah,
I mean, I said where our family hunting camp is.
You did.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
So
Yeah. I mean, that's that. Big Show Brandon, if you feel free to call in, you guys that are listening, you guys can hit the on the right side of your screen when you're looking at it, you can hit the call in button, and you can actually call in and talk directly to us. I'd be interested in hearing where you're from and what your favorite area is to hunt. Yep, Joe, you are 100% right. Can never have too many hunting spots. But I will say sometimes you can have too many hunting spots.
yeah, because you can't focus on anything.
No. And I think that's been a huge thing for me over the last couple of years is that I've narrowed down. Like last year was probably my most effective hunting season ever. It was because I just locked in on like 2 areas.
Yeah.
Like here at the farm and that public piece. Like that's it. And I don't think I even hunted a day in Naples.
What public piece?
I don't want to talk about it, AJ. I'm just telling you it's owned by New York State. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
By you.
Yeah. Aaron had a question about what type of boots are you guys running. It's a good question, and I think it's good to talk about. So going on this Western trip, what's everybody running for boots? So
I spent some time on this
Did you?
last year looking at them. So I went with Loa. I think they were the Renegades.
Okay.
They felt the most comfortable.
Now, how did you go about making that decision? What was your process?
6-8 months of reading reviews online and looking at them, and then going and trying them on. So, and it's very hard to find a place that has a lot of these boots in the area.
So how many do you think you tried on? How many brands or?
Probably 4 brands. I ended up like REI was the store I found that had the most boots in this area.
Yeah, it's tough because I mean Cabela's they have some, but it's
Cabela's
not.
has changed dramatically.
Yeah, they have very little now.
Yeah.
And so I think what you just said needs to be highlighted like times 10. And it goes to any piece of equipment that you're trying to buy, especially
We're
a
not
bow.
out west.
No, for sure. But it goes back to like me deciding what bow I was going to buy. You know, I never would have picked that I was going to be shooting a prime. But you were adamant. You're like, you got to go to a bow shop that's got a whole bunch of brands and shoot them all. Figure out which one you like. And that's the same thing with you with the boots. Like you could easily have bought into the marketing.
Yeah.
Loa is not a heavily marketed boot. Like you don't hear about that name if you listen to podcasts or you watch YouTube videos. You don't hear about Loa.
No, but I think it's
It's a really good
boot.
boat. Yeah, boot.
Hmm.
It's freaking gin and tonic. Sorry.
Make another one.
I'm at the bottom of that one. That's the problem.
It's gonna
So
get fun.
have you been wearing them quite a bit, or?
Yeah. When I've been hiking or walking in the woods, that's what I've been wearing.
Yeah.
Even around the house, if I'm doing yard work, I'll throw them on.
Are they Gore-Tex?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I'd be interested. I almost kind of want to try running like a mountain hunting boot that's not Gore-Tex, and just treat the leather with, some good oil
Well, that's what they used. Yeah, I mean, when
before
my dad
Gore-Tex.
started
Yeah.
doing mountain hunting, I mean, they had just leather boots and treated them.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, if it does get saturated, it's like a
Getting it dry is
day
just,
to dry it out.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't have a boot dryer. Everybody's burning soles and melting soles and
Right.
shit like that.
For sure. I just think the reason why I want to do that is because they are
Gore-Tex.
because that Gore-Tex does restrict the amount of.
Right. It's breathable, but
It's not that breathable.
it's not as breathable as.
just.
But you
leather.
got to think, if it was a solid leather, that's not that breathable either.
No, but it's
But
more than Gore-Tex.
It is more than
Yeah.
the Gore-Tex is hindering it some. Yes.
Right. So I think if you're somebody who's looking to buy a mountain hunting boot, I wouldn't get too hung up on the fact of needing to have Gore-Tex.
Well, and there's
Unless, depending on when you're going hunting. You know, you're hunting Colorado in September, it's pretty dry. You might run into a freak storm
It
or
is.
something.
But the problem is you got to cross a couple creeks to get in.
Yeah.
So my old boots right now leak. They are absolutely as comfortable as you could possibly get. My new boots are a little less comfortable.
Can we talk about that? Why is it that you're the only one whose boots leak?
I wear them all day, every day.
Yeah.
They're just.
What do you think they're leaking on the
Well, I mean,
the sole seams?
the
or-
sole's pulling away from the. You know what I mean?
Can't you seal that or no?
I mean, I seal them with the stuff from Mendel, but
Yeah.
it helps shed the water. But so here's the issue with us. If you're hunting high altitude, you're in alpine meadows.
Grass.
They're 10
Dew.
inch tall grass every morning. It's dew.
Yep.
Now, if you're not hunting meadows, Colorado's drier than a fart.
Right.
And it's just not a big deal. If you're hunting any kind of timber, it's not that big a deal. But if you're in any kind of opening, there's gonna be a dew. I don't know how, because there's not a lot of moisture up there, but there is.
There is. I mean, every morning there's a
Every
lot
morning,
of moisture on the ground.
If you're going through vegetation, it's wet.
Yeah.
There's just no two ways about it. It might be frozen when you first start out, but if it's frozen, when it thaws out, it's gonna be wet. So
bring my gaiters.
gators aren't a bad thing.
No, I would bring them. It's not it's worth the pound, half a pound, whatever those things weigh out at. Because you just never know. I think gator, like some of that stuff is like a week of decision of whether you throw it in your pack or not, looking at the long-term forecast.
Yeah, I'll have mine in the truck, but I don't think I'll take them.
Because our window's short. We're looking at a 1 week window.
Yeah.
So like when Tard went on that trip last year and he got caught up in there in that snowstorm, like everybody did in the Rockies last year, everywhere, every state did. They got hit by that winter storm.
Yeah.
Guys didn't know that it was coming because it was predicted, but it was a ways out.
Yep.
Like Tard was up in there, and he's not the type of guy that's on his cell phone all day long. Like he's out there freaking hunting. He's not me, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Which is checking his phone all the time. So, yeah, it's I think for me that's a game time decision of bringing gators or not, because a lot of our pants and that are all got DWR finish on them, and they wick the water pretty good off them. But once you get water down your socks and in your boots, you're freaking screwed.
So I'm gonna have my Sitka downpours on, because that's my
when you're walking around.
That's my warmer layer.
So did you end up buying a pair?
No.
They sent them back?
They just sent them back, and I'm just gonna use them. I mean, they don't leak. Like if I sit down on something wet, they're gonna leak in my ass.
Yeah.
And then when it was pouring in PA the one year, they were coming in by my knee on the zipper.
Yeah.
But I had also just unzipped them, and I don't know. I'm just gonna wear them. They're pretty waterproof still.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I'm gonna wear. I'm not gonna wear gaiters, because when I leave camp, I'm gonna be wearing those.
Yeah. Wear your downpours. You got
Yep.
them on.
And then
get to where you're going.
If I'm sitting at night, I'm gonna have them back on. So, heading back to camp, I'll have them on.
What do you wear, Bill, for boots?
I have Mendel's. They're Cabela's.
So the
when
same
Cabela's was still, it was before Cabela's was owned by Bass Pro. They had their
sold
Mendel's
Mendel's.
line. Yeah. And I bought those things. I've got the Denali's, and I love them. I've used them very sparingly. Like only when I am hunting, I use them a little bit to hike, but I really am trying to like baby them because they're. I guess you can get them. Like you ended up buying a pair of Mendel's.
You can go right to Mendel USA. They're just not called a Denali. They're
Is it a Comfort something or a?
No, mine are Comfort Fit. The Denali's, they have a different name.
Yeah.
Because like I wear a Mendel and they're a perfect hiker at Cabela's, but on Mendel USA they're a Comfort Fit hiker. I have a Comfort Fit Hunter, which is a taller insulated hunting boot, and then these are non-insulated, 6-inch or 7-inch. But so you can still get them.
Yeah.
And it's no big deal.
So I bought those from Cabela's and
probably 4 years ago. No, you didn't have those for
I
the
wore
first trip.
I wore Under Armour, which I'll tell you right now, those Under Armour boots that I bought, they don't make them, and when I bought them, they were on clearance on their website. They're like Elevation or something. I don't know. I think that might be the name of that boot, but it's a mountaineering boot. It's an actual it's kind of a canvas. It's not like a straight leather boot, but it's like a canvas boot. I would say in material.
Or a nubuck or something like
something.
that. Like
Yeah, it's not like a leather. It's not a leather boot. It's some sort of material that's not leather. But I've been freaking incredibly impressed. I wore them this morning when I went for my hike. So that's what I kind of do. I try to not use my good boot all that much because I just don't want to wear them out. But I bought those Mendels before the last hunt and wore them all summer getting ready. And I mean, they're still in great shape. And I make sure you oil, like anybody has a leather boot.
You gotta
like,
wax them.
You gotta wax them. What's it, mink? It's like mink wax or something? Or?
It's Mendel recommends I bought their actual wax, and it's, it rubs in really easy. I don't think they recommend like a mink oil, but I don't think that's a big deal either. I think the big thing is you don't want to be oversaturating it.
Yeah.
Because it'll go through the leather and get into the Gore-Tex, and it's going to affect
like
the actual.
Plug up the Gore-Tex or something.
It's going to plug the membrane.
That's probably what you're doing. You're fucking it up every time you treat it, and then that's why yours are failing.
No, it's because I'm just a hiking fool.
Oh, that's what it is.
I just wear them out.
Do you ever think it might be sweat that your moisture issue is, and not water? No. Because you sweat. I know you sweat a lot.
Not
you
like
have a lot of moisture issues.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Moisture? You don't have as much moisture in your life as you used to?
I just stay dehydrated. That's the key.
Yeah.
If you don't want your feet to sweat,
Right.
just drink a lot.
Exactly.
And not water.
Are those fireworks going off? Or is somebody shooting a gun?
I can't tell.
It's booming. I hear it.
So my favorite thing about the Mendels is and yours don't have it. Yours are the air active sole, but I like mine are the cork soles, and like that, it form fits right to your foot, and that to me, like, that's the most comfortable thing I can wear. So to your question, I mean, I wear them to work. I wear them. I wouldn't go to church, but if I did, I would wear them to church. I wear them to weddings if I can polish them up.
Right.
I wear them.
Yeah.
When we go to the pool of the Brad's house, I have them on with my shorts. That's what I wear.
It's a beautiful thing, really.
Other than that, my feet or knees or hips or just everything isn't happy.
Yeah.
And these are like the happiest thing that I can find. So.
Yeah.
That's why I wear
Mendel's a great boot. Oh.
You can wreck them.
Is he here?
Danny boy.
The ghost is alive.
Why are you wearing that thing like that?
Like
That's
a shawl?
You've changed. Jesus.
I don't even know you anymore.
Holy shit. You been golfing or what are you doing? All right. You take over, Danny. I'm going to make a drink.
What's up, buddy?
What are you talking about?
It.
I heard Mendel's when I walked in.
Yeah, we're talking boots, Danny.
Boots.
What do you run for boots, Danny?
I tell you what. When did we go to Colorado? 2017. 2017. Yeah. I haven't even cracked the beer yet.
Since you've been here tonight.
Oh, Brian.
I know the answer.
We've had ourselves a day, Brian. We're good over here, AJ.
I know you.
This is about number 15 today. I got that pair of Mendels in 2017. Still running them.
So you did get them for the first trip?
Yeah.
The Denali's.
I had them for the first trip, and
you're loving them?
I could run them for another 5 years.
So how do you treat them? See, you always have them really black, right?
Yeah. It's it's the stuff I use. I couldn't give you the name. Is
it from Mendel?
No, it's not. It's
because I use the
it's like a fireman's oil. I forget what they call it. God, this fucking mic is killing me.
Come on, figure it out.
Yeah. All right, I think we're good. It's like Hoffman's or Hoffman or whatever's.
Shoe polish.
I take it and I apply it by hand. Like I just grab it with my hand and work it in the hands. It's loose. It's nice. But yeah, that's why they're so brown like that. Is that they're so dark like that? Is they're
he likes to work it in
over Hoffs, I think is what it's called.
Right,
something like that.
So you take them to bed every night and just kind of
work that shit.
Work
in.
a little in.
What I don't like about that is it's not They're not great water. It's not great waterproofing.
Okay, but it's
But
conditioning
it's
the
good.
leather.
Yeah, it's conditioning leather. So what I should do is rub that in and then spray conditioning.
Silicone or something.
Yeah.
Because Mendel recommends sport wax or their wax, and they have a silicone spray to spray on top.
Yeah.
Which I haven't been doing, but
I want another pair of boots, but it's because they're heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't need another pair of boots.
But if they're comfortable, I mean,
they're great. Billy's, how many pair of boots you bought since I bought my Mendels?
One.
Well, you bought your.
I had Under Armours. We already talked about
how
this. Well, thanks for joining us.
Worked out.
Worked out good. We
came here,
I had
drink beer and kick ass, and
seltzers.
Beer
Mr. Runskevich has joined us, and there's a seltzer right there. Where's it? What's this seltzer? A basic seltzer? Are you a basic white girl? Oh my God! You have a fucking koozie for your seltzer.
My sister got this for me for fucking Christmas.
Oh my God! You've changed.
Hey, can anybody see us?
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't.
No, they can see us. I've just got to scroll down so we can see the questions.
Okay. They shouldn't be looking.
For anybody that's unaware, we're broadcasting on Bullhorn right now, so you can download the Bullhorn app and join us live if you want to call into the show here. But we're just doing some beers on the deck with AJ, Trigger, and Danny Boy.
Danny Boy.
I like this.
I didn't mean to upset the flow here. We had a flow
we're
going.
Good.
So to
We're
answer your question,
back. Yeah.
I had the Under Armour boots, and then I was so sold on the fact that you loved your boots that I bought the same boots you have. So you and I are truly hunting buddies because we have the same boots.
Bob's got them too.
Does Bob have the
Bob has the same.
He had them.
He had them.
He wore
He's got
Salmons.
Yes.
The last couple times.
Do you like them?
Yeah, I love mine. Oh, I love mine. You know what? They're stiff, and that's what I like about them is that they're stiff. Like I want a good stiff boot.
Yeah, that's how you like it.
Yeah, I want that. But the catch there is that I don't know if you could say this, but and I guess Brian, you too, because we're all running Mendels. But like you get like hot in that boot, and I feel like they start like flexing a lot. Like they don't stay stiff.
Well, leather inherently, as it gets damper or warmer, it's gonna flex a little more.
I would say if I've wanted to go to a lighter boot for Colorado than what I run. I think those boots are heavy. I think they're leather. They don't breathe a lot.
Right.
But at the same time, you get a lot of ankle support. You don't get a lot of sole support, like for the bottom of your foot. Like the bottom of my feet hurt on those trips, and maybe I just need a better sole. But, I run into that. I think the boot's heavy for how much hiking we do. I think you can get by with if you got to cross a creek that's deeper or something, just take the boot off and dry out your feet or something like.
Yeah, and I never thought about that. Well, I guess I have, but actually just stop, take the boot off, take your socks off,
walk across the creek,
sit down, have a couple
you take
sips
your
of water.
boots off every freaking 30 minutes anyway. So
there's nothing wrong.
Air out the dogs.
Nothing wrong with sitting there for 15 minutes and taking a rest, getting some.
No, I like to just
food in you or whatever.
Hammer down and stop.
Oh, we know.
Although the last trip I ran the double sock, the liner sock, and my feet have never been as dry as they've ever been. So I don't know if it's the combination or if I'm just good and dehydrated. And
it might be both. But I mean, a lot of people swear by the liner socks, which I think are.
You run that around here in the winter too, don't you?
Yeah, I've been just running them. So I got them at Cabela's. They suggested I run a liner sock and a good thin wool sock, and I'm like,
what's up, Troy?
It's worth a try, and I love it.
Yeah, it's boots. It all starts on the bottom. If your feet aren't good, you're in bad shape.
Right.
And that's the benefit of walking and wearing them in, hiking. So I would say a big thing for you too, being that those boots are brand spanking new, is, whether you go over to Hunter's Creek and like go, and you don't have to walk that far.
Do some side hills.
Just walk side hills. And that was probably the best advice that your dad got before we went on that first trip, was that you guys better just get used to walking on side hills. And that was like the best advice we could have gotten.
I mean, you could just do Thule Road and just
back and forth on the road. Yeah.
The big ravine behind on our farm.
Yeah, walk it one way.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Walk it one way and then come back the other way.
That's what I did.
So you're going the opposite way.
Yep.
Up and down and across.
Yeah.
And on my way out.
Yep.
So
what have you been doing, Danny?
Today or like
today?
In life.
Today I woke up.
Hey, it's good to see you.
I know.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
I think the last time I saw you was like when we went
to Colorado.
Hunting maybe muzzleloader?
No, you guys changed brakes or something.
Oh,
didn't you?
yeah, you did the brakes on Lauren's car
All right,
recently,
well,
yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
So,
thank you for
seen
that.
you twice.
Took the brakes off her.
We did. That was a good fucking hunt. We had fun that day.
Yeah.
A little half day. I want to do a lot of those this year.
Me too.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Half day doe hunts.
Just half day, shoot a doe, come home.
Crack a latte.
Yeah. Drink some
Nooner.
beers.
Get yourself a nice nooner.
Get us some loins and some lattes.
Yep.
I went to the old East Aurora Farmers Market this morning. Got some pickles. We're gonna make some pickles tomorrow. Dill pickles.
So, all right, let's talk farmers market. Or did you go? You went to the farmers market. Did you go to the flea market today?
Yeah, I went to the flea market too.
Kind of disappointed.
It was terrible. I walked in. I got about 100 feet in, and I was like, "This is gonna be a terrible decision."
I was probably at the same point.
I was like, "Oh,
so it's supposed to be
one on
bad
28?
news." Yeah,
The one on 28?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a.
It was terrible. Outdoor extravaganza, they call it. An extravaganza.
We go on extravaganza.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
they don't know what extravaganzas are.
They had 4 tents with the one guy. Oh my god, you got to tell me. You went?
Yeah, I was
Did
there.
you go?
No.
No.
Did you see the guy that had the steel climber?
Yes.
For $210.
Shut up. That's how much you wanted for that?
$210 he had.
Well, what
on
about
it.
he had a?
Was it
this
a used
thing
one?
was this thing was. So picture
like 2-inch square
tube.
tubing.
Yeah.
With a solid
picture
steel
square,
strap.
Picture square tubing. It had to be square tubing, 3/16" thick.
Yeah.
Square tubing, climber. He had like
So was it
200
used or did he make it?
Oh, it was
used,
definitely
yeah.
used.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a manufacturer.
He had
thing.
more on that than he had a lone wolf sitting right next
so
to
how
it.
much did he want for the lone wolf?
175.
Yeah.
Yeah, 175 on the lone wolf. I picked it up. He goes, "Oh, that's aluminum, you know." And I'm like,
I know what that is.
Aluminium.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
aluminum.
yeah, I got it. But I was just like, I was like, yeah, I was nice about it. I was like, what? Yeah, I know what it is. I'm still not gonna pay $175 for it.
Because what are they
And
new?
I
$199.
Yeah, I'm like, you can. It was nothing to me. There's people were there. That same guy. People were picking up the pants, and he had used hunting pants, probably 15 years old.
Soiled.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. I saw this guy.
Farted in them for 20 years. Here you go, smell that.
I saw. He actually had a pair. He had a pair of
This
like.
is merino wool. It doesn't hold scent.
He had a pair of fleece pants there, and I'm like, I want a pair of like super quiet pants to just walk in early mornings, like just be super quiet.
Not chafe my ass.
Yeah, be there for 3 hours
Just rubbing
and walk
your
out.
thighs together.
And I was like, these seem, but like I walked up to the stand and it kind of stunk a little bit, had that like smoke smell, and like I'm at the end of the day, I'm walking by the stand again, and this guy picks up like the same pair of pants, and he goes like, "How much for these?" And like the guy kind of looked like he knew what he was doing, and the guy behind the stand gave him a price. I didn't see what price it was, and the guy just kind of like shook his head and put him back down, like he said like $50 or something. Like he
Get
wanted
out of here.
he wanted like $50
Yeah.
for this pair of fucking
Used.
just fleece used
Everything was used.
20-year-old.
Yeah,
pants.
it was just.
It was just.
I had in my
gross. It
mind. I was like,
terrible.
oh, cool. There's going to be like. Why would I think that? I don't know. I just
I seen the
assumed that
sign,
there
I
was
was
going to be
like-
like vendors there or something.
Oh, dude,
I don't know.
I was expecting this awesome like
Yeah.
outdoor
Basically,
sale.
it was just it was a
A
swap
garage
meet.
sale.
There was
Yeah.
there was like 4 or 5 people that brought their pickup trucks with a bunch of shit in it
Yeah.
and said, let's sell some stuff
The
today.
fishing gear was probably the best like if you were into
Yeah.
fishing, you could have got some lures for cheap if you wanted like some specific
shit lures you coulda
color.
gotten.
Yeah, it was right up your alley.
It was.
I saw some dudes walking around with backpacks. They had a couple bino harnesses there, but like some guys walked out of there with like blinds, but like there was like
What time were you there?
8.
Oh, you were early. You were early
It was
bird.
like 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Ish. I got
Surprised
there.
you were up that early.
Yeah, I already had my pickles in the truck. I was fucking into it.
You were
this morning.
pickling them?
Yeah.
So do you walk around with a beer?
You should have,
No.
because that crowd was interesting.
No. Yeah,
That's a whole other population
No.
of buffalo that I've never experienced.
Yes. So
The people
walking
there.
into this place,
You've never
The-
experienced
the
that
flea
place?
market.
Never been there.
it is the best way to
It's
explain
a
it
compound.
is to say that it's one of those big storage sheds. You know, the big
I've been
storage.
I've never been.
Yeah. Well,
AJ's there every
the
weekend.
best way for no one that's been there before, the best way to explain it is it's one of those storage sheds, like where you pay for a 10 by 10 storage shed, right?
Okay.
You give your money down, and you can put whatever the fuck you want in there. These people pay for a 10 by 20 storage shed, and they walk in there on a Saturday morning. They open up their garage door, and they have a garage sale
And they just
out
turn
of
the
their.
light on.
Yeah.
Because it was originally built for it was a lumber.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
It was
about
built to be a lumber
Oh, really?
yard. So all those buildings had the one-way
Oh, okay.
slant on the roof,
Yeah.
and they were open because they were just
Oh, okay.
storing lumber
Yeah.
in them. But then that only lasted like never.
Yeah.
It basically
I
it
think
like
the
opened
town
and
the
closed.
town nixed it, I think, before it even started.
Yeah,
I think
they
that's what
built
happened.
it. I don't even think it ever opened, and then
And
all of
it
a
never
sudden it
even
was an auction slash like.
Oh man, I can't I understand there are garage sale people out there, but
It's next level,
man,
kid.
that is not my thing.
No.
Well,
That is not if you like garage sales, that's cool, but
No.
my wife goes and she's like, "Oh, there's really cool stuff she wanted to buy. She wanted a bar for like, I don't know, her whole
Yeah.
life. She wanted me to just make one, which is great.
But you can't. I mean, you're useless.
Yeah. So, anyways, she's like, "Oh, they got like reclaimed, dressers and this, that, the other thing." They're like, $1,500. Can I just buy one? No,
$1,500?
like crazy money. And they basically just take a dresser off the side of the road and
Yeah.
Power wash it.
yeah.
Get the shit stains out of
Put
the
some,
top of
fucking
it.
put some white paint on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Yeah. Call it antique,
So that's the only cool, and she really liked them. That's the only thing she's ever seen there that she liked.
There was a dude in there called the Mattress Man. He had like a fucking bar stool.
Yes.
He had a bar stool. He was just sitting out there, legs crossed. He's like, I'm posted up here all day today.
Gently
I got my
used mattress.
I got my coffee.
Is that
I
a
got
blood
my-
stain?
Yeah.
I got my Casper mattresses
These
back
are-
there.
these are
He's
from
like,
the
you let me know.
Just from the
I
Hampton Inn,
got
East Aurora.
mattresses.
Somebody die on that one?
It's like, oh my god.
Child born or somebody died?
Oh,
Unbelievable.
shit. Yeah. So Big Jim wants to know if you actually bought a bunch of stuff. So that's what he's.
No,
So what you're saying is you bought a $200.
the
Climber.
one guy had golf balls, and they were $3 for a 3-pack of golf balls, and I was like, I should buy some golf balls off this guy. Like, hey. Then I thought in my head, I'm like, I have 200 golf balls at my house. Like, I do not need
So
golf
obviously
balls.
he lives next to a golf course.
No, these were brand new in the sleeve golf balls.
Okay,
So he
Mr. Seconds.
Oh, full sleeve. Yeah.
found them on the side of the road
Well,
or something. but
he's got somebody that can print him sleeves.
Yeah.
Print him some sleeves.
Yeah.
He's got a ball washer. He's just washing balls all day.
I'm gonna pull out that. There's 3 balls in there. I'm gonna fucking open that thing up. There's gonna be a Titleist, a top flight sandwich in the middle there.
He
Somewhere.
buys bulk boxes from freaking. Yeah, they're range balls. Yeah.
It's a Titleist box, but yeah, the bottom too. Who knows?
Yeah, the guy actually works at a golf course and takes all the boxes out of the cup holders at when people are done. You got any? Is there anybody even listening out here?
Well, there was. I think we lost them.
I think we lost them. They got their answers and got the hell out of
They
Dodge.
wanted to know if we run Mendel boots, and I
Rob.
think they left after that.
Yeah. What do we got here? Anything?
Oh,
I bought these seltzers
We got
back
4
in
listeners on there.
February. I bought 2 12-packs. They were buy one get one,
Mhm.
and they're not good. So I said,
That's the reason they left.
I was about to put Busch Lights. It was like 10 o'clock this morning. I was like, I should load up the fridge with Busch Lights for tonight because I know I'm
You
gonna need
feed
some.
him, AJ?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no, I got all these seltzers. I'm
get
gonna
rid of
just force myself to drink these fucking seltzers tonight.
Force feed him.
Yeah.
15 of
You're
them
right.
later.
I mean, you must be a pretty serious seltzer guy if you have a seltzer Yeti.
Yeah. Well, he is now.
I mean, I got it as a gift.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
There's no stickers on it, so it must mean a lot to you.
You know,
Where's your Pert Near sticker?
there's not a lot of room for stickers on this koozie, so I've gotta be.
Because it'd be a
Well, you
full
see
wrap.
that? Did you see what I walked in with?
I see
You
that.
see this?
That's beautiful.
That's a gorgeous.
The old Playmate.
fucking-
Yeah.
It's almost
That's
like you're a
gorgeous-
freaking.
That's a
Dude, I gotta.
That's
I
a
gotta.
July.
So you gotta hear the story
that's a
about this
July
one.
Playmate.
Yeah.
I
Is that
had
Dave Zahler special there? Is that what that is?
I had a Walmart, I had a Yeti, a Walmart Yeti.
Here you are.
I had a soft side cooler. I had it for like 3 years, that Yeti. It was great. And then the fucking zipper broke, and I was so pissed the one night.
Take it back to Walmart.
It was a Friday night. We had a party to go to. I'm like, God damn it. And we had something going on the next Saturday. I said, you know what? I'm going to find me a cheap freaking Igloo Playmate cooler. And I was like, I couldn't even find them online. Couldn't find them anywhere. These Igloo coolers, nowhere to be found. So I'm driving home the next morning. I drive by a freaking garage sale. And
Is that a garage sale?
from 100 yards away, this freaking thing was sitting there, brand new,
Oh, you saw
stickers still on it. I'm like, this is fucking hope.
Garage
This
sale
is
Zahler.
this is
It's your new
fucking like
nickname.
that cooler is calling my name. So I turned around. I didn't even want to turn around. I'm like, I have to. I gotta go back and buy this cooler.
It's an
So I went
obligation.
back and bought this cooler, and it's the best purchase I ever made.
It is a beautiful cooler.
So how much was it?
$15.
$15.
Come on.
$15.
I think you should have paid him $200.
Yeah, I wouldn't take 200 if you fucking.
So does
hand
the
it-
latch? The
hand
latch
it
works.
right now.
You operate that latch pretty
You like
quickly.
that?
Yeah, you don't even have to
That's
like.
nice.
Yeah.
It's like it's a part of him.
Does that go in the golf cart with you? Do you take that at the golf
I'm
course?
No, not when I'm playing
Too
9.
rough.
That's a little too big. That's a little too big. I don't need 30 beers when I'm playing 9 holes.
What
You
is
can
that?
fit 30 in there.
Oh yeah, I only need 15 when I'm playing 9.
What if you got a lot of friends?
Well, it depends.
Oh, Big Show Brandon's still here. He's enjoying the conversation.
I don't know why.
Thank God. Yeah, we don't know why you are.
I'd like to know who he is.
Me too. Tell us your real name, Brandon. Big Show. I can't imagine that's your birth certificate name.
I'm just assuming that you've like paid somebody to like get on there and
No, I
Comment.
no, I did not.
This
No.
is great. Yeah.
No, this is real. Joe Piskin wants to know if we've tasted the dirt nap yet. It's a hard no.
I didn't know where you were going.
No, yeah, we
If
won't
we
taste
taste it, I try to taste it every night, and it's like, 1 out of 14.
Well,
You
it
know,
ain't bad.
that ain't bad. That's a number.
You got a percentage.
Right. I'm always trying to eat at the Y, because that's what it comes down to.
Well, and everybody should.
Hey,
Yeah.
your percentage is a lot better.
But anyway, dirt nap. Well, there's a
Big difference there.
yeah. You're about 3 centimeters dilated right now, so I wouldn't want to be
Danny's why?
tasting that. Yeah. Danny's why. Yeah, nobody wants to go there. Yeah. So the dirt nap. I'm not like an astute beer guy, so it's fermenting right now. Correct? Is that what it's doing?
Yes.
AJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, AJ knows more maybe than Danny. I assume you knew something, but you don't.
He
Because
drinks.
you have a cooler. I was wondering.
It's creating
ferments
it's
for-
creating alcohol right now. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
the
So it's like
yeast
cider,
is
it's
eating,
fermented.
creates the alcohol.
There's a
Yeah.
yeast infection.
Yes.
Rust will eventually dry hop it. He will put hops in the beer
But would that make it
and
double?
dry.
Would that
hop
make it a double IPA?
I don't know.
Because he's not doing a double.
I don't know what makes it a double.
Me neither. We should probably know these things if we're
I don't really care.
I don't
I
either.
just want it to taste
Tastes
good.
Yeah.
Just name
Yeah.
it and drink it.
So I anticipate it to be very similar to last year's.
Yeah,
But-
and people loved it last year.
Yeah.
And nice, drinkable IPA last year.
It's hazy.
Hazy.
Even people that didn't like IPAs liked it.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in. I will not drink an IPA.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad.
So you drink an IPA.
It was drinkable.
I'm pretty
We're-
frustrated that you're not going to be there, Trigger.
What day is it?
You
You're not
or
gonna
Brian.
be there?
You
What
or
are you doing?
you or Dallas.
What are you guys doing? Camp?
Yep, they're campers now.
Prior engagements.
Yeah, happens.
Does happen.
I might be having a kid that day.
Oh, we got
Good
a couple
luck.
couple new joiners here. Backcountry Podcasts, PA Podcast, and the owner of the company I work for has now joined the podcast. How are you, sir? We will try not to say anything too inappropriate.
Well, we'll make sure we do.
Yeah, right.
Is your cat supposed to be outside?
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah, Ralph's good.
Put him in the cooler.
Yeah. Can you fit a? Oh, he's gone. You see, you missed the trigger on that cooler that time. Not good.
That'll happen.
So, yeah, we're excited about the beer. Joe, I hope you're going to be there.
Bill, why don't you tell them what night it is, too?
It's not a night, it's a day.
Or whatever day that we're having
day
the-
drinking.
Yeah, day drinking. That's what we figured. It'd be better for everybody.
Sundays drinking too.
Sunday.
Sunday fun days are usually pretty bad for Danny Boy.
Yep. They're usually my worst.
Yeah.
Yep.
I end up more hungover on
Mondays are a
Monday.
good time.
Somehow, some way.
So,
We don't have to deal with the kids on Monday morning, so it's only work.
right.
Okay.
So we've got Sunday, August 22nd, 1 to 5. We got the event at Windy Brew, debuting our beer.
They're open till 6 though, correct?
Yeah, so I mean, we're not kicking
it's
people out.
technically
Yeah. But we're just going to,
noon to 6.
whenever.
We'll
Anybody
be
wants
there
to show up
1
whenever.
to 1 to 5.
I'm going to be there early. Like, I'll probably be there at,
Pre-game it?
10 o'clock. Yeah.
Baby withstanding, I'll be there the whole time.
You want to hold that? I got to go pee-pee.
What am I doing?
Just point it around.
Video him.
Yeah.
So you ready for the baby?
No.
Is she- that's it?
Yeah. Were you, like, is anybody ready for a kid?
Oh yeah, until you have it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Everybody's ready, and then once the baby's there, it's like, oh, it's so cute,
Yeah.
and it's there
Yeah.
forever.
I get asked, I feel like I get asked that all the time, and I'm just kind of like,
It
yeah.
ain't a big deal. There's nothing to get yanked up about.
Yeah.
Until it happens.
And then I heard it again today. It's like, oh, 1's nothing. Just wait till 2.
wait
Like,
till
well, I don't
3.
even know what 1's like. I don't like work.
Yeah, and if you want, you can just make a phone call and they'll frickin' zip and snip and.
Yeah. Well, we're
If you-
working on a full house.
Oh
But
yeah. All right.
If you want to know what one's like, I can drop one off.
Yeah.
No.
If you want to know what 4's like,
How about 7? We'll drop them all off.
Yeah.
what are you doing
That's fine.
tomorrow?
So what's tomorrow? Sunday?
Yeah.
I got family.
Sunday
birthday party.
fun day.
We all have family.
Well, you can take them. You can
A
have
lot
my
of
truck.
family in my house.
It's a family freaking holiday
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but we had our wedding. All we had was aunts, uncles, cousins. It was like 80 people. And Lauren, the other day, Lauren's like, "What are we gonna have for our first birthday party?" And I'm like, "Well, if you invite aunts, uncles, cousins, it's gonna be 80 people."
We could probably reserve the Ralph and have 70,000 there, probably.
I'll bring some
Yeah.
lattes if I'm invited.
I think that was a yes, you're invited.
What is that? That's cool. I like that thing you got there.
Yeah.
It's a nipple.
Here.
He's got a
That's
nipple
it.
on it.
I like that. It comes off.
Yeah, and then it's got this. It's got the old quarter turn
Wow.
Yeti
That's-
top on it. High class.
That's cool.
High
that's
class
cool.
rod.
Wow.
Yeah. Fit
That's-
on the Yeti. This one got dropped in the old driveway a few too many
Oh,
times.
so it's condensates
no good.
a bit.
Yeah,
Lost
it's no
its,
You
good.
broke the vacuum.
Oh yeah, she gone. But as long as you drink the 30-ounce drink quick enough, it's not that big a deal.
You ever see that You Betcha video with that guy?
You Betcha.
He's the 3 coolers you need. This is one of the
Yes.
3
That
coolers
is one
right
of the
here.
3 coolers. $15.
Yeah.
That You Betcha guy's great.
Oh man.
He's an American treasure. That
I
guy.
could watch that cooler video every day.
We should try to call him, see if we can get him on here. Should we
Think
add
he's
him?
on the podcast?
We'll call the You Betcha guy. wonder how we could do that. We should be able to do something like that. Let's call Big Jim, see what the hell he's doing.
So that's it? We got 2 questions?
That's it.
Where the hell's Dallas?
I guess Dallas couldn't get on. We just start calling
What do you
people.
mean he couldn't
Why don't you
get
put him on speakerphone?
He's
I'll put him on
camping.
Well, where's he camping?
Triple R, apparently.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work if we...
Yeah, I'll help. So you're. Do we want to talk about what having a child's like for Danny?
Yeah, I think so.
Like when it comes out and stuff?
I mean, she's not here, so
Yeah.
it should be good.
Should we talk about it?
She might not want to hear.
Do you
My
want?
phone's on. I'm in bad shape right now. If she goes into pregnancy tonight, my phone is on 1%.
Who's gonna
So-
drive her?
I was gonna say.
Wait, what do you do?
She better
Not
be able
I.
to drive herself down here tonight.
Yeah.
Molly told me that other than the drink I made her before I left, she could probably drive me home, potentially. If
Maybe.
need be. She might be able to.
We got room here.
Yeah.
I got rooms, like couches and stuff.
Is there... How big is your bed?
No.
Because I like
No.
a...
No.
Oh.
No. You're not. Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's my area. I cover that area
All right.
hard. But I got side by side here, so anybody can take that home.
I'll take that home.
I was out there.
Yeah.
I was out there in the
You won't see it
backyard.
again.
Yeah.
I was out there going pee-pee, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to like go for a midnight joyride.
Well,
Remember last time we did it was your bachelor party.
Yeah, in my yard. Yeah.
Over,
But
over the bonfire, wasn't it?
Maybe we should
Or
call
was
up
it over
Phil
the
George and
pond?
see what he's doing. See if we can go over there and tear up his swamp or something.
I need a gas. I'm a little low on gas.
I got 2
Kale?
full cans of gas in the back of my truck.
Okay, we're good.
Go over Ryan's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is he still living there?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him around in a long time.
He's got a kid, wife.
Yeah.
Really?
What's going on over there? That really
I
sounded
think
loud.
charges for.
So back to Colorado.
Oh,
Food.
Rob Crawley. Hi, Rob Crawley. What are you? Holy fuck, Dave.
Yeah. That is.
The wind must
That
be.
is.
The thermals. The thermals are.
It's the thermals.
Going
Yeah.
that way.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
So, food. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Just in general, what everyone does. Everyone's a little different.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. You might want to put the top on that. Might
I'll
want to
give
put the
you.
top on that dip there.
I'm not going, so I'll start because I am not preparing food. But I'll tell you what I would do if I was going.
That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been out there.
So last time I messed up a little bit. I tried to take tortilla shells with powdered peanut butter as like a lunch, and I realized it wasn't easy to accurately mix powdered peanut butter while you're like just hanging out there for lunch. And if you put too much in, you end up with
Water.
just sloppy water. So like the powdered peanut butter thing was a good idea, but not a good idea, I think. I didn't take, like, my biggest mistake last time was not constantly mixing, like a hydrate and recover powder mix with my water. If I went again, I would always have, like, a hydrate and recover in my water. Just, even if it's, like, the slightest little bit of drink mix, I think I would always have that in my water. And I'm going to start doing that when we go to Pennsylvania, I think that's huge, is just...
I mean, you could get away with just a goo, too, right? Using one of those goo gel packets.
I think this is a totally separate ideas. Goo is more of like an energy pickup.
Yeah, like right then.
Yeah. The hydrate and recover is more of like an electrolytes thing. Like just a replenishment of your electrolytes.
It's a powder. It's just
Yeah.
like a,
Yeah.
making an iced tea powder.
So-
but it's got electrolytes in it.
AJ said the goo would be like a substitute for a hydrate and recover powder. And I said, no, like goo, to me, goo is more of like a pick-me-up.
Like when you look
Like
at the
throughout
hill
the
like
day.
that, or
Yeah,
or when
yeah.
you got a deer down and
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit.
So you
We're
guys are
fucked.
going into the same area, same trail, everything. When you're about to go over the pass, or you're at the bottom, you're
Of
at
the
the
pass.
bottom before you're gonna go up the pass.
That pass blows.
Yeah, that's a time where you would take a goo for
So-
like some.
Me and AJ are not going over the pass. We're coming in the other way.
I hope it's great.
I
hope it's the
I don't even
best.
care.
And if it's not, find a camping spot and spend your day there.
Well, we'll get up there one way or another.
Yeah.
But I do want to see what that trail is like to come up, because I just
Could be easier than what you guys.
even
did
if it's not
previous.
easier, I think it's
Yeah.
less.
I
You don't have to
agree.
go over the pass. I mean, that's like 1,000 foot of elevation.
There's
here.
no chance in hell it's not easier going the other way. I've said it.
There's no chance in
If
hell
I've
it's
said
worse.
it-
There's no
if
chance
I've
in hell
said
it's
it,
worse.
If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. It's
Tardin and Robert
There's
do
no
not want
way.
to
I've
go.
walked it.
there's no
Yeah,
way.
you said it's fine.
It's fine, but
I know what the trail's like. It's cut in. It's a foot wide. It's cut in
Yeah.
up towards the top, and so it's cut out like this. So you gotta.
Your foot, yeah.
it's gonna be easy for the first half and shit for the second half. But it's
Well, I don't think
you're gonna beat a camp without having to cross a pass.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to. And like that's the thing. When you're up there in the mountains, those passes, they don't seem like they're that far away, but it is a freaking haul.
Where we camped 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and then went to the pass. I mean, you can see the pass.
I
It's
know.
right there. You're tired before you get to the pass.
That's
You're
like
tired
a
and then
before
you
get to
start-
freaking
And then you start switchbacking up to
Right.
the pass. It's just like you're just. It doesn't even look like you're going up, and it's too much.
Yeah.
You're at 11,500 feet, and it's just too much.
It was 2 miles and it was like 2,000 feet of elevation. It was just like
Yeah.
stupid, and it was just everybody was just like, oh, it was not. It's not.
Let's just go over the pass.
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you get over the pass?
Yeah,
You go
let's
back
go.
down.
Yeah.
It's like what? Like it's.
So, I don't think it'll be worse. I don't know if it'll be better, but I'm thinking at least we don't.
I think I think distance wise,
it's going to be
personally,
similar.
personally, I think distance wise, you're gonna be shorter.
It's going to be a
and-
touch shorter.
Personally, I think elevation wise, you're gonna go.
We're only going to do
You're
about
gonna have.
a little over 2,000 feet of elevation instead of doing 3 or 35 and then back down.
Yeah.
So the
Yes.
mileage. So the
More
problem
mileage,
is
but less elevation.
no,
Did you
not more
factor in-
mileage.
Did you
'cause
factor
No,
in the
you won't.
little down? There's a little down up there that they said was nasty at the
Well,
start of the climb.
That's
no,
it. Not from
because
where
we're
you
gonna
start.
we're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
we're gonna go up further.
I'm gonna drop them off at a
Okay.
different spot.
All
So
right.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Great.
touch. It's gonna be an extra like
Awesome.
3/4 of a mile.
Yeah.
Than the lower trailhead, but that's where the rocks, the down trees, and the steep, hard to find the trail is.
Yeah.
But from up further, it's more level, right?
Yeah.
But it's just a little further.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be about 5.5 miles, I think.
Yeah.
And we're only gonna go from about 8,000 to 10,500.
And it's like 2,500 feet.
What? What are you looking at me for?
How many times? How many times our last trip did I say we should go that way? We should go that way.
Hey, the geriatrics were on the same fucking
I
team,
said
man.
fucking-
We wanted to go that way. Looks
That way.
closer.
There was some awesome views the other way. We saw a bull
There was
moose.
some fucking awesome views the other way.
Yeah, how do you know? We never got to see it.
You don't know.
It's the mystery of the unknown.
You'll know.
And I'm
You'll
gonna
know the
find
next
out.
time. Yeah.
I am not going up there again without
Oh,
finding
yeah.
out.
Tell you what, I'm on your side, Brian.
So I'm personally.
I'm going the other way.
Let me
if
say
I ever
this.
went
But
up
you're
there.
gonna have a
I'm excited about my adventure because I'm planning to drop these two off at the other trailhead, and then I'm going to drive back to the trailhead
because
that
you
we
can't
went in
park.
last time.
You can't park overnight
Yeah.
at the trailhead
Yeah.
we want to go in on.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going to get to walk in by myself with no one bitching,
Mhm.
Brian.
Yeah, but you
And I'll
can't
be
do
able
that.
to-
You need to have.
No, I don't because I did that entire loop, that 13-mile loop by myself. Granted, I had no weight on my
Right.
back, but it was glorious. Like,
Yeah.
all by myself, alone, nobody talking. So, like, I'm looking forward to that walk because,
Yeah, me and Danny both struggled, and I struggled
Yeah.
really bad. And I was telling Sarah last night, I'm like I wasn't tired. My muscles weren't sore. Nothing hurt. I went to push my leg to take a step, and nothing went. Like, I had no horsepower.
yeah.
Our way
It was horrible.
Our way in would have been a lot better, but we just needed to.
We needed a little iron.
We needed to stop. We needed to refuel. We needed to get more water.
Well, we should have had a burger.
We should,
a big greasy
we just,
burger,
like,
and then we should have
we just did not
We needed
fuel ourselves
The
at
problem-
all for that trip.
The problem was we had pressure. We had 4 hours to get where we wanted to get, so
We
there
were
was
really
pressure.
Before
We had to
dark.
go.
Yeah.
When you leave at 8 o'clock in the morning, you got 12 hours to get where you want to get. So if you want to, if you're not feeling great and you need to take a little break, it's not that big a deal. But we were at
That was a killer. If we would have just said it doesn't matter that we make it there,
I was ready to say it doesn't. Well,
like,
no,
if
I'm
we
pretty
would have
sure
just
I said that.
we
We're
needed a
good.
half-hour break. We needed water. We needed a meal.
Yeah.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
We would have been fine.
Yeah.
But it was just a mess.
But we just wanted to get there before dark.
Yeah.
We
I knew
just
the camping
couldn't-
spot.
we
I was
couldn't
pretty
do
fired
it.
up. That was a badass camping spot.
Yeah, it wasn't
That
bad.
was a sweet spot.
Although it
Is that
was
where-
like
Is that where we're going?
No.
Nope.
But the spot where
Other-
we're going this year,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
a good-
badass camping
yeah,
spot too. It's just like there's nothing better than a good camping spot
Right.
up there. And I mean, really, the spot where we shot the muleys in 2017, that camping spot was
Oh.
badass.
That's
right by
there's
the
nothing, there's nothing that beats
No,
that one.
That
Man.
view, that everything about that was incredible.
Yeah.
You could
And then
you
just
could
the time
glass
we
right
had-
from camp.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And then we had one hell of a time at camp for like 3 nights.
Oh God, yeah, it was just a fiesta.
I've got,
after a fiesta.
I've got like a Google something or other on my phone now, or on our TV now. Google, I don't know what the hell it is. Google Home, whatever the hell it is. And when it's on sleep mode, it displays like a group of pictures from my
Yeah.
Google, and it's Colorado 2017.
Mhm.
Oh man, like
There's some
I
great
forget
pictures.
how many good pictures we have of
Oh,
that
yeah.
trip. Like, not only did we shoot a bunch of mule deer on that trip, but we just had
It
Oh,
the,
was just
the
incredible.
scenery
Yeah.
on that trip. You will never.
That
You could hunt
canyon-
mule deer your entire
Yeah.
life, but that gully that we
That-
went up,
gully,
It's
yeah,
just-
that canyon is.
It was more than a gully.
yeah,
That was a separation of
it's
the
just
earth. Yeah.
like.
Yep.
And we had that morning up on top of that canyon where we saw the.
all the
Oh man,
Elk
that's
and
just
deer. You
that
guys saw
trip.
deer too, right?
Yeah,
Bear.
that trip was awesome.
everything.
Well, we saw. I'm almost pissed that the deer still don't go. The deer weren't over in that area where we saw them.
Yeah.
Because we saw that bachelor group of like 7 deer, and that you can pick out that spot no matter where you are. You don't remember that?
Where was this?
Colorado.
In the woods.
Yeah. When we were on top of the pass,
Yeah.
and we were looking
Oh,
over
the
to
day when I was
to
out
the
hunting.
south.
When I
Yes.
yes.
We're looking to the south,
Oh yeah.
and there was that bachelor group of
Yeah.
mule deer
Oh, yeah.
over there. It's just so
Oh, that
giant.
was after we killed the-
absolutely.
Yeah,
all the deer.
and we had come out, and then I went back in, and I had my bow, and I went
Yep.
up over that pass for the first time.
Just some
And-
absolute giant
Yeah.
mule deer,
yeah, there
and
was-
they don't. It just doesn't look like
Well-
they use that area anymore. But
No, they do. I was straight below that when I missed my buck.
Yeah.
I was
Really?
right in that area. Yes. And then when I went over there and hunted that, which did you guys go over there? Did you guys go over in that area?
I feel
Around-
like I spent our whole trip glassing that specific spot.
Yeah, but the bucks were in the similar area.
It could have been
You know what I mean?
vegetation, but they were
Yeah.
that area.
So
you
were
go
they
over-
up? They were up by the rock cliffs.
Well, yes, and there was a chute,
Yeah.
a rock chute that comes down.
Yeah, there was an avalanche chute.
Yeah.
And then like rocks.
Okay.
So yeah, I never saw any deer over there last time, but I didn't look either. really. You know what I mean? Everywhere we went,
Yeah.
we just kind of spotted deer. They were just like, oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would shoot him. All
And
right.
I mean, that could have just been that one morning that's where they were.
Yeah,
they
but
were
Dad's seen them up there too. They're up there.
Yeah, but when we got around, like that day that I went with your dad over there, like I was just blown away by the volume of deer shit and elk shit beds. Like it was
Everywhere,
unbelievable.
The place is just, it ain't right.
No, it ain't right. It's so right. It's right. What are you looking at, Dan? You got any group text in there?
No,
any,
we're good.
any pictures?
Checking to see if she's poking.
Yeah.
Perking.
And if you're not seeing deer, I still would not hesitate to go over where we were looking the one morning.
I'm going in the sanctuary. If there ain't deer there, I'm
over
in
there.
the sanctuary.
But so
Sanctuary.
I say you have to get there early. Like
Sure.
wake up at 4.
It's not really my ammo.
I know.
I'll do an afternoon hunt.
I'm starting to think about it, but like the more I think about it, I'm like, you got to get there early.
Yeah.
You got to be at the top of that peak, and you got to be looking at that whole area there.
I think
we saw.
How
that's
could
the
that be
same
any
spot
better?
We saw. You and I saw a little
Those
bachelor
elk.
group of elk.
Yep.
Crap
They all
that
had
little-
horns, but we couldn't really see much.
Yep.
We were all sitting together.
Me and him were.
Oh, or maybe it was just me and Danny with his noisy.
With his
Yeah,
Michelin
puppies.
Here he comes.
That was the infamous Danny noisy morning.
Yeah, but what were those?
Brian wanted to kill me.
They were like good, weren't they? First Light stuff.
Those are Amazon.
Oh,
Those
my
puppies you had.
bottoms. My bottoms are like. I don't know.
I
what
bought
they
an
are.
Amazon
They're-
one,
yeah.
but I'm not planning on wearing it outside.
I love those.
I'm just gonna.
I love those bottoms. They're just. I mean, they're a little loud.
Yeah,
They're fucking great.
Is it that loud?
Yeah, it's loud. Yeah, you chew like a horse.
Those puffy bottoms are. I'm never gonna get rid of them. Probably
So how much did you pay for those?
less than 100.
I just paid $55 for a set, and
That's
I
pretty good.
I did a bunch of research, and like the best rated.
What'd you buy? You know what brand?
No.
No.
On
Amazon?
Yep. It was like one of the top rated hiking.
I think I bought mine because Dale Earnhardt Jr. repped them.
They're, I mean,
Michelin.
they're down pants.
Yeah.
They weigh 7.8 ounces. They list them at 8.5 in the bag, like something like that, and that's what they actually are.
It's pretty light.
They're 8.5 in the bag, and then when we take them out, they're 7.8
Wow.
on the scale, and they're gonna be awesome. So that was like, you know, I did a whole bunch of reading. There was anything from $400 down to like $50, but that $50 one was like about the best rated one. I just bought it,
Yeah.
and I'm replacing my two underlayers with that, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like they fit nice, and
Yeah.
they're not anything you would wear on the outside, I don't think, because they would be, you'd probably rip them, or they'd just be noisy, or they're a little shiny. They're like black, kind of shiny.
Yeah.
But I'm not really planning on wearing them on the outside. I just plan on putting them.
Well, and you could throw your downpours over that or something.
Yep,
You know.
my downpours will go right over it. So I had my hiking pants on, and they go right over them, and then my downpours went over them. So.
Are you gonna pack in your downpours?
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have been here on time, you would have.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I don't know. I was just about to say I froze my fucking balls off on that trip.
Yeah.
Well,
Me
had
and
a
you.
whole
I'll
fucking day.
never forget. Me and you were sitting. Those deer were coming up to us that one night. We were sitting on that little knoll. I had every fucking thing I had.
Well, it was like sleeting and windy and
everything in
Yeah.
my pack I had on,
and
and I was still cold.
I was
And I
unhappy.
had a lot of shit.
Yeah, I carried
me.
plenty of clothes, and I was
And-
like this,
Yeah.
just going.
Nothing you do about it. And I don't know if there was something we could have added to our, like, we had pretty good layering systems. Like I would say really good layering systems. And
Yeah.
I don't. What do you add? What do you add to that system to make yourself warmer?
So
Like you need like maybe a mid fleece and a better puffy and a windbreaker. I don't
so
know.
all my
I don't
stuff
know.
was like fleecy.
Yeah.
So this year I'm replacing most of my fleece stuff with down.
Yeah.
I have a down vest and down jacket,
Yep.
and then I got those cheap down pants. But like Dad got us, me and Molly, it's like $35. The down vest. It weighs 6 ounces.
Yeah.
And then that Nomad hooded jacket that I got weighs 11 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gotta, I'm still gonna have my hooded like midweight fleece. Well, Badlands. It's just like just kind of like your Sitka one, your midweight one or whatever.
I went from our last trip, I had the Cirrus, the First Light Cirrus, down or whatever their puffy is.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have a hood, and I switched to it's the Uncompahgre.
Yeah. Yep, I was looking at that too.
And I think that, I basically swapped those straight up. And I think that would make that Uncompahgre, the Uncompahgre's got the hood, it's got a little bit tighter up to the chin.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that would make a big difference for me. Like going back, I would have a lot more trust that Uncompahgre is gonna keep me warmer than that Cirrus did.
Yep.
When we went, and for like 4 ounces more, maybe.
That Uncompahgre, I liked it. It was like double the money and it was heavier.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I only paid like $100 for that Nomad. And they don't even make them anymore because I wanted to get another one.
Yeah.
And I'm not really planning on, like, Molly will wear that because she can't pull her bow back or anything if she's got too many clothes on. So at least that's thin. It's sheen, so she wears it as an under layer.
Yeah.
So I'm not wearing that unless I go on a hunting trip or something. So it's not like we're gonna. But I was hoping to find another one of those for $105 or whatever, and they don't make them anymore.
I think I got mine used for like $100, something like that. I don't know. I don't think I paid a lot of money for it.
Oh, for the First Light one?
Yeah,
the
for that Uncompahgre.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you can find that stuff.
I have done.
Where do you look to get them used?
I'm on a First Light like Facebook group, and I tell you what, I have done so good on it, buying and selling gear.
Yeah.
I've bought stuff and sold it for. I don't know. I bought the Corrugate guide pants. I didn't really like them.
Ooh.
I sold those for about as much as I bought them for.
You know what you need?
What?
Did you see the new underwear?
Oh, they got the ball hammock
with a moisture wicking scent free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody fucking needs that.
You're gonna need.
Wait.
You haven't seen it ever.
I don't know anything
It's
about
only
that.
been like this week. They've been advertising this shit on First Light.
Just came out with
so
merino.
Yanni, yeah.
Merino underwear with a ball hammock.
Wow.
That's like extra vented around your sack and
Macaques, yeah.
EWW Google. On Instagram today they had a picture because it's.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not.
Serious?
Is it Yanni?
Oh, yeah.
Who else wears First Light?
Oh yeah, Yanni, Mark Kenyon. Right.
Yeah, but it was I think it was.
Yeah, whatever.
And
I don't know.
All I could think about was Danny Boy,
Yeah.
because you got some First Light stuff, and I've been wanting to try some of that, but it just sucks because you either gotta sell and buy if you wanna. Like, I'm not gonna have a whole basement full of shit.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, and it's, any of this high quality stuff, like it costs you a pile of money.
And
so.
I already have like stuff I'll wear for whitetail where it doesn't matter as much for like weight or stuff like that, but like I don't know.
Right.
I have a hard time.
I agree.
I've honestly started going away. Like most of my stuff, I own like two
It's
First
gotta be
Light
down
things
at the
now.
top.
I don't know.
Any of those?
Men's Wick game bag. game
Game
bag.
bag.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they're the game bag. Yeah.
Well, that's a very well endowed picture there.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I wonder, yeah, would it look the same if you wore
No,
them?
it wouldn't. No. It'd just be a little line there.
You're happy, right?
It kind of look like a division sign is what it would look like. Just a line, and it would just separate.
Are you happy?
things. Oh, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Oh, yeah,
that's all
no,
that
it
matters.
works, yeah. For like 13 seconds, and then
That
it's
doesn't matter.
back to normal.
Like I said, you're happy, right?
I'm happy, yeah. No, life is good. Yeah,
Anyways.
and like talking about like some of having this high quality gear, like you're only going to have so much of it, and it doesn't make like when something else comes out. So like I just bought a bunch of furlough. I just said that again. Must be something with when I put alcohol in me.
Four.
Furlough.
You got furloughed?
Yeah, I got furlough. Yeah. So the furlough stuff, I just bought. Basically, shut up, AJ. Keep chewing those chips.
You look nice in that right now. What do
Thanks.
you got?
I'm trying to do some branding here.
Yeah.
But I bought almost $1,000 worth of that stuff, more than $1,000 worth of that stuff. But I'm selling $1,000 worth of my Sitka stuff. So I put it all in a spreadsheet, kind of figured out what the value was of it, and I'm selling the stuff actively.
Yeah.
Like I've sold half of it so far, just replacing kind of what each piece would replace from the other, just to try something different. Because again,
You can't just leave all that stuff sit there. I mean, it's just not.
You'd be like, oh, well, I'll save it for Billy when he's 25 years old or whatever.
Can you imagine what they're going to have then?
I know.
Yeah.
That's
It's
something
going to be like that.
Talk
It's
about
going to be like spandex.
game bag boxers. It's going to be. I don't know. They're going to be wearing a leotard by the time they go out to hunt.
And that's going to be it, yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, but like, it's crazy how much you can resell the good camo for. Like, every piece of First Light that I bought, I was able to resell it within like $20 of what I paid it for. So like, bought it, maybe used it for a year, decided I wanted something different, or like whatever. I don't think anything I bought, I never said to myself, well, I didn't like this.
Yeah, but if they come out
But,
with something
like,
cooler, I mean, how could you not want it?
I just didn't, and not even that. I'm like, I can get some good money for this. Like, it's time to get rid of it, whatever. And like, I have done so good. Like, I had that Corgi, the Uncompagre that I have. I would not bat an eye to sell that. I've got a merino hoodie. I wouldn't bat an eye to sell that. Like, I just, neither piece is something that like I need to have, but it's the point of, if you spend good money on something and say you don't like it, a year from now you can sell it for $20 less than what you bought it for.
Right.
So you're not out anything.
Yeah.
No.
And then you can go and buy the cheap stuff that maybe you wanted to buy.
Right.
Or like whatever. It's just.
Unless you go to the East Aurora flea market, then you're going to pay. Yeah.
For whitetail hunting, I bought the Cabela's puffies, just the
Yeah.
synthetic ones. They're $80. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They are hot.
Yeah.
I wear the vest and the jacket. I mean, absolutely awesome. But they don't pack down as small, and they're not as light as a down. Yeah. But for around here, I mean, they are awesome.
Absolutely.
Do you?
And I don't care if I wreck them.
in-
If I wear them all the year and wreck them, I mean, I'll just buy another.
I think Cabela still has their warranty. They're not as good as they used to be
No,
about
it's
it.
only
but
like a 1 year.
Is
It's not as good, but who cares? I mean, it's like $79 for the vest and $89 for the jacket or something like that, and they are nice.
So they're obviously not quiet. So what's your strategy for like getting into the
shoot them
tree
before
stand?
they can hear you.
Yeah. What's so
Fast.
Yeah.
They call them trigger for a reason.
You're not putting them in until you get up in the tree stand.
They're in my bag usually.
Yeah.
And
Bottom of the stand or until you get in? Top. Yeah. That's something I'm really thinking hard about this hunting season is gear that is super quiet walking in, so I can just go in. I think some of the places I want to hunt, I want to be in there for 3 hours, walk out. I want to be super silent. I want to have like a fanny pack on
Well, you are a fanny pack kind of guy.
Yeah,
For sure.
big fanny pack guy.
But here's the thing.
Do you wear your fanny pack in the front or in the back?
I would be
Or
I'm a
in
back guy. Definitely back guy.
You're a back guy?
Do you wear it in bed?
I feel like you got a big dupa on you, you know?
Yeah.
So it
Big
really
Polish-
wouldn't matter.
big
You'd be able
Polish
to,
dupa.
be able to put it in your backside and just roll right over on it and sleep on it.
Yeah.
Good for lumbar.
Agreed.
Lumbar support. See, I like to wear mine in the front so I can just like get at everything, you know? Like I like it just riding right here.
So with your, like where you're going to hunt, are you going to walk all the way in with all your stuff on? Or, because you're talking about quiet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because if you put something over, so those Cabela's
so
things are a little,
in my head,
but most
I'm
puppies aren't.
thinking. In my head, I'm thinking I'm gonna be one of two things. I'm either gonna be, going in for an all-day sit,
Right.
when I'm gonna have a lot of clothes, and maybe I'll pick a stand that I want to hunt all day. I'll get maybe to the bottom of the stand and put everything
And then
on.
change, yeah.
Or so my saddle.
So if you already have a stand set up, because that's the thing, if you get to the base of the tree, you don't want to get dressed up and then throw your sticks up and do all that, because you're going to get hot.
Yeah. What's interesting that I've found is my puffy pants I can actually put on while I'm in the tree with my saddle on.
Okay.
So they fit right over my saddle. They're actually they're great.
Wow. And
they'll
they're
get
not
right
noisy?
around. No. Well, they're loud. Yeah, they're loud as hell. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds like Danny Boy's in a diaper up there.
But they're loud as hell. But like,
but that gets the deer to stop.
Yeah.
They know what that last noise is.
Trying to, yeah. I guess at the end of the day, I'm trying to be comfortable and sit all day, so I'm going to sacrifice a little noise for.
The thing is, how often is it calm around here?
Yeah.
Man, you're fucked when it's calm.
Yeah.
And you have noisy stuff.
Yeah.
But 99% of the time, there's some wind. There's something going on where
it's just like, so from my perspective, this started 5 years ago. We went to Colorado, and you get this itch for backcountry hunting. So I went all in on backcountry hunting stuff.
Right.
And then, now I'm starting to realize,
whitetail's different.
Yeah, I can go hunt for 3-4 hours in the morning. I can walk in with a fanny pack on. I can have some maybe preset stands or like some preset,
some pre-rigged
spots where maybe I just have to
throw a couple sticks.
Throw a couple sticks in, and I got a spot I can sit, and I don't need to bring a lot of clothes. I don't need to bring
get cold. What's the worst going to happen?
I can get cold
and then stick it out. And then if you get that cold, you just get out and go home.
I have a heated vest, so I just wear light clothes. I wear my heated vest. I have like a jacket I throw on over top. I'm good to go. And but those are things I'm learning.
I like to be warm in a stand though.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking in my head, though, is as light as possible.
Yeah.
You can go in for a morning sit. You don't need a ton of snacks. You don't need a first aid kit. You don't I got in this habit where
you
it's
need a knife
where
and
I had
ammo.
everything. I had absolutely everything that I would take on a Colorado trip.
Yeah.
It's
Me too.
I need my tags. I need a knife. I need maybe some beef jerky, a tiny bottle of water, not not 2 liters.
Maybe a flask just in case something good happens.
Yes, and that's it.
Yeah.
You
don't need a ton.
I can carry I don't need to strap my sticks on. I can
Just
carry
carry
my
'em.
bow, carry 2 sticks, and
Yep.
walk to my stand. And that's all I need.
Yep.
And it's the evolution of what we do,
Yep.
but
So
it takes time to learn that.
So you're preset areas or like a preset tree for your saddle? Have you ever thought about just putting a set of sticks there and keeping them there?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
That's what I've been thinking about
Yes.
doing. Is
So you can get
I bought the cheap sticks.
the big dogs. Or
Yeah,
they're $60
sell-
for 4.
Ooh, where'd you get those? What did I just buy?
A shop. Well, I think they're 80 on their. They're 80
that's
on
a
their
good,
site.
That's a good deal. 60 for 4.
Yeah, they're 80 on their site. The big dogs.
Yeah, I just bought 3 for 50. I forget what it was. But so this is what I'm
But
thinking.
they're heavy. They weigh
AJ,
6 pounds.
yeah,
but you can
they're
hang.
heavy.
What I want to do is hang 1 or 2 at
Yes.
and leave them at the top,
Yep,
and
exactly.
then just come
Yeah.
in with
You come
One
in
or
with
two on the
2.
bottom.
Yeah.
2 light sticks and.
My idea is I have a.
see, I was thinking the other way. Leave all the sticks there and just keep your platform.
Well, it
with you.
depends if you're on public land or.
Yeah.
Oh,
private land.
okay, yeah.
So like public land, I'd like to set up the set
Yeah.
and leave the top stick
I agree with what you're saying. Then, yeah.
because it's pretty easy to do the first stick and then standing on the first stick to hang the second stick. What's going to happen? You're going to fall and break your caucus? No.
Yeah.
You sprain your ankle, you might have to go home, but it's not like
Yeah.
falling.
Oh, I know the feeling.
My thought for this
I followed
year
for the second
is have a stick and then have a stick with my platform. So I'm gonna have a few trees where I hunt with one stick that's my middle stick. Yeah, sorry. One stick that's my middle stick.
Okay.
So I walk in, I put up my first stick with a two-step aider.
Okay. Big aider. And then in the first stick you can because, again,
It doesn't matter. I don't care if I fall 5 feet.
No.
Doesn't matter to me.
you're going to,
So I
your
have
pride's going to be hurt. Yeah.
I have a two-step aider on my first stick. I put that in, and then on that tree, I have one stick already mounted.
Yep.
And then my third stick is a platform stick. So I have a platform on the top of my third stick.
I was working
So
on that.
all I have to do is mount my first stick. I climb
Your third
all the
stick.
way up.
Mount your third stick. It's got the platform on it.
Yes. That's my plan for this year. And I
And
think it's going to work great.
Put your
but-
stick on the backside of
So you,
where anybody would be walking. Nobody will ever even see it.
so you're 12 feet up.
I mean, he's got the
I think
two-step
I'll
aider,
be.
So that's
I
about
think
6,
I'll
right?
be almost.
16, 17, 18.
Yeah, I think I'll be almost 12 at the top of my second stick.
So if you do a two-step aider,
That's 6 foot.
you're gonna,
Right.
Well, you're gonna be probably 7. You're gonna be a foot over your head to wrap that stick on. So you're gonna be 7, and then you leave a foot gap and get another. So yeah, you're gonna be at least all
Yeah.
at 10 after your second stick.
Hunting height 15, maybe.
No, probably 16. Yeah,
Yeah, doesn't
High enough.
matter.
borderline. You know, it
I-
depends where you are.
Mm.
You don't have.
You watch enough videos. It's more about
It's
your
concealment.
cover, concealment. It's where the deer are coming from and which side. Like,
Thermals.
can you?
If
be
you're in a
on-
spot where the thermals are bad, you want to be 20 plus feet. But if you know you're on a side hill and your thermals are going to go down regardless,
Yeah.
do you really have to be?
Do
Does
you
it really
know?
matter?
Do you know you're hunting? Do you know you're hunting there? And can you get behind a tree
Right.
where all the deer are coming from there?
Right.
That's huge, because if your back
Rocks.
and if your chest is to a tree,
Yep.
right up against a tree, and all the deer are coming in front of you, that's
It's pretty simple.
huge. They're not.
I don't think I've
gonna see
ever experienced that.
you. And I haven't either, but I'm just thinking.
That's how I try to set up.
Well, that's how I try and
Yeah.
set up. I always would
Yeah.
try and set up that way, but
I have a scrape in my head right now where the scrape is Billy's tree right in front of us here, and
Scrape
like
there.
if I'm hunting,
just did that.
yeah, if I'm hunting that scrape, and I can get behind a tree,
Yeah. In theory, it's as good as it
That's
gets.
exactly the setup I had when I shot my buck with my bow last year.
Yeah. it's exactly what you want.
I was on the back side of the tree with all the deer movement in front of me. They came right to me.
Yeah.
Wham bam.
And I'm just saying, like, I have that in my mind a lot of times too. And, you know, it's like you got a trail that's 2 foot deep, 2 foot wide. How could a deer not come down that? And then they come the other side of the tree through thick stuff. You know, it's not even a trail, and they come through, and it's like, oh, crap. So it's kind of such as life, you know? Things don't always happen the way.
You need me to drink one of those seltzers for you?
You want one?
I think I want a seltzer.
Finish your gin and...
Gin's gone.
Oh.
Cranberry?
Cranberry seltzer. Basic hard
How's your-
seltzer with a hint of cranberry.
I just want to know how many seltzers before we take a ride.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
I don't know. I mean, it can't be that many, right?
No, I'm thinking half.
Man, see, here's
Crack
the
it
thing.
open.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't know. We could fit all 4 of us in my cab.
Can-
That's what I'm worried about.
Do I need to
Need to what?
take my cord with me?
Yeah. No, that's a portable recorder. Yeah, this can all be real live action.
Yep.
We got a
All right.
cigarette lighter and everything.
So, anyways, Slick, you haven't talked in a while, and
I
that's
haven't.
making me nervous.
Because I've been
Even
talking
though-
with I've been
Oh, what's
talking with
going on over
Dallas.
there?
Okay, because
Trying to-
sometimes it makes me, I get sick of you talking, but it's almost more nerve-wracking to hear you not talk.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, we were.
So-
See, I don't want to go back. Like I don't want
I
to
think-
rehash
I
anything.
think we need to go back to,
What was
we got
AJ's?
some important stuff
We
going
do.
on here.
We
Yeah.
never actually finished the meal conversation.
No,
we
we
haven't.
didn't.
One.
We didn't finish
Come
anything.
back around. This is what we expected to happen here. Is
Danny Boy's helping. I like it.
So Danny
Sorry.
voiced his opinion. I think yours was like hydration mixes and stuff.
I express mixes in your water
Yeah.
while you're like. If I went back again, I would have mixes in my water almost all the time. And if I had any words of wisdom for someone that was going out there, I would say eat what, like if you can
Eat what you
translate what you normally eat into what you eat out there, you want to eat stuff that you like and stuff that like works for you. So like for me, if I went out again, like
So pussy. A lot of
yeah.
pussy.
Macacus.
Okay, interesting.
So we'll go with that.
That's a weird turn of events.
Like I just ramen, rice. I dehydrated venison and it worked great for me
taters.
last
You like
time.
taters?
Yeah, the dehydrated venison worked good. I would do that again.
A lot of big
I
heavy
just didn't.
taters.
I don't like.
Taters.
I don't like. I don't like the dehydrated meals. Like I'm a picky eater, and I know I like ramen. I know I like all the other stuff. So like
Picky eater
So
and
I
I like
did-
ramen at the same time.
and I also
He's
didn't
a high
like.
class. Yeah.
I didn't like. So I don't eat breakfast. This is a big thing for me. Is I don't eat breakfast. So I think sometimes I've tried to force myself to eat
Yeah,
breakfast.
this is
And it was like it didn't work. So I needed to do something different. So for me, I think boba bars were good. Jerky, like I think having like maybe
More
three or
snacks
four
throughout the day.
3 or 4 snacks throughout the day for me worked a lot better than having like a big solid lunch. And I could do that. I like granola packets with protein powder was great in the morning, but I was not like a hot breakfast
But you
like
gotta-
right in the morning kind
See,
of
I'm-
person.
I'm
Once you're ready.
I'm
So-
thinking I'm gonna want that though. If it's freaking cold, I hate getting up in the cold, so I'm gonna want something.
Yeah,
So
mean,
I
hate
eat
getting
breakfast.
up too.
I eat breakfast, but I can't eat, like, I don't eat breakfast when I get up. I eat it,
And
you know, I get
really-
dressed and I hike to where I want to be, and when I'm glassing, I fire up my stove, I boil some water, put it in a breakfast pack, and then I boil
Loud
some more.
ass fucking stove, just fucking.
Just thinking
diesel.
everything
He's
else.
got
There's a
diesel
reason.
stove.
There's a reason
You have
I
a
saw
jet
those
boil.
elk fucking a mile and a
The
half
Cummins,
away when he
yeah.
fucking fired up that stove.
You have a
After-
jet boil, don't you?
Yeah.
They're that loud?
He's just
Yeah,
Fuck, what
he couldn't hear it. He could hear it
Over
over
his-
his fucking wind pants. Fucking-
But I like to have something warm. It's cold in the morning, so I boil the water for my Mountain House breakfast, put it in there, and then I boil more for coffee.
Yeah.
And I sit there and have coffee while I'm glassing, and if something crazy happens, I'll throw all the shit out. I don't care. You know what I mean? If something comes by, I'll
Leave it there. Leave it there. Who cares? Turn it off and fucking run.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I'll run. But that's what I like. I think it's, and it's at like 8 o'clock for me. It's an hour and a half after daylight. I've been sitting there. I'm like, or maybe 7 o'clock even. Just once you get a good spot to sit, good spot to look, things are quiet.
Yeah.
Light it up.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Food.
Tuna for
whole
lunches.
Sandwiches.
Tuna packets is what I was thinking.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
Tuna packets and what?
Torpedo shells and nuts.
Just think. Okay, so
Yeah.
I would.
Tard loves tuna.
Yeah.
He takes
I would
such tuna
highly
packets.
recommend.
Hot sauce.
The flavor.
No,
well,
just getting-
I got like the flavored mixes, so there's like buffalo tuna.
Just
Right.
getting
So you can eat 'em
like
plain?
a scale,
Yeah.
but like get a scale, and figure out what you're thinking you need and what you're thinking about packing,
What they're gonna
and
weigh.
like what
for sure.
and what that is gonna weigh.
I've probably got.
Because
But they're
I prob-
small. They're
Yeah.
I'm at
But-
like 10 pounds right now
for food for 5 days or for,
for 10 days.
Okay. Oh
No, 9 days. I think I did 9, not 10.
Well, that's good.
Great.
you should have
I'm probably 3/4 of the way
Easy-
packed
Right.
with that.
easy math. Easy math to me is you need you need 3,000 calories a day, and everything you're packing should be 100 calories in an ounce.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
You want a lot of protein.
So
How much of the
100
calories?
calories. So you should have 30 ounces of food per day.
Yeah.
So if you're packing for 10 days, you should have 300 ounces of food.
Let's start this over.
Aren't you an
again.
accountant?
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good here.
You're an accountant, and AJ's wife is a nutritionist. So
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Who told me?
Just about all of your food should
How much-
be 100 calories an ounce. You should have.
I think
well,
it, I,
vodka is 100 calories an ounce, so that can go.
there we go. Liquid diet for 10 days.
Problem solved.
You gotta factor in the vodka somehow.
Well, the tea, that's got calories too.
100 calories an ounce is what you said, right?
Okay. So I'm listening to what you're saying.
I think that's kind of hard. You can get it with some.
No,
but
yeah,
I think that's
no.
kind of hard.
Every
to-
All right,
yeah,
hold
no,
on.
it's
Let's-
not
hold on.
hard.
Where are you getting your information from? Because
I'm gonna-
I'm going to be honest, I'm not taking my nutritional guidance from Dan Zaylor.
I like to eat.
Okay.
I'm going to go home and talk to my wife, who's a
Can I
dietitian, and say,
Listen,
Dan
listen.
Zaylor told me.
No,
Don't take none of that pussy ass food unless it's got.
But your
no.
wife. Whoa. But your wife.
We're talking about 10 days in the backcountry. We're talking about surviving 10 days in the backcountry. We're
Is
not
that what you
talking
call
about,
it? Surviving? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I
Hey,
have
you're
to,
not even doing 10 days. You're doing like 7.
if something
Correct.
happens
It's like
where I
eight.
have to survive in
So-
the backcountry,
Don't pack for 10. Pack for.
We're eating the
pack
thighs
for
off that
I'm
one.
packing for like 8.
Yeah, pack for 8.
taking his loins out.
Everything, every piece of food you pack
Counts.
should be 100. It should be 100 calories per ounce.
Okay.
That's like the going
Sure.
rate.
I look at total calories of I pack
That's-
one 1 gallon bag for a day.
That's what I started.
And I actually look back at it, and I'm really happy I did it because I made a sheet for every single, like a note card for each day's meal and what it was and how many calories it added up to for the last hunt in 2019. So
Okay.
I can basically build that out
Yeah.
again because I was super happy with my food situation.
And
from
I
last
wish
trip.
I wish I did that because I'm gonna do that this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna match up my meals and see. I'm not extremely worried about calories because I'm not a dietitian.
Yeah.
But I do want to know like what I have, and I want to know.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to know what I have so that, like you said, if it worked and I was happy, then good. I know what to base it on. But I'm not looking for 3,000 calories a day. I mean, I guess if I have stuff that will get me 3,000 calories, I told you 1,500. I mean, I gotta look. I have no idea. I know I'm not eating enough. I know I don't eat enough.
Everyone's a little different, though. I mean, you could survive off of
Yes.
I mean, I can tell you now, I'm like 25 to 3,000 now when I sit in my office.
Right.
To me, all I'm saying is like the 100 calories to 1 ounce is just like a good basis.
Because you don't want heavy food.
You don't want heavy food.
That's
all
not
I'm saying
providing you with good
is-
nutrition.
Yes.
You want a lot of protein. You want high calorie, high protein. You can eat some fat.
You don't want to take something that's 5 ounces and it's got 100 calories because it's fucking worthless to you. It's
right.
It's doing
it's
nothing.
Just it's just
weighing
putting fill in your stomach.
It's
yeah.
weighing down your pack.
Right.
So that was my whole point.
Buffalo sandwiches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Here, a latte.
Oh, yeah. I got plenty left, I think.
Yeah, we need to make those go away.
I thought we were going for a ride here.
We might. Thanks, friend.
Oh, no, we're not in a rush for a ride. Brian's driving.
Drink up.
He's got less to lose.
Yeah, if I went again, I would be real.
You're going. Whoa. Let's just stop the bullshit about
when
if I go again.
When
Thunder thighs, we're going.
Yeah, listen, Danny, we're gonna start fires with your thighs, all right?
I need
a little
you.
bit.
Team Geriatric is going back up in the fucking mountains. Gimpy and Limpy are.
Listen, can we just one moment about how.
You want a moment of silence for the geriatrics?
The geriatric fox.
Danny, you're gonna. This is your dear Danny. This is all, Danny. You're gonna make this shot. He's coming. Dan, this is your dear Dan. Here he comes. Come on. Dan, this is all you. Trigger.
Boom! You shot first. Are you serious?
The deer wasn't happy. He could smell. You need those fucking game bags. He wasn't happy for a while.
Yeah, he was ripping freaking blood clot parts up there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. No, I almost shot at him in the trees because he was like looking, and I'm like, fuck, he's gonna bolt, and then he came out in the open, he's like looking around, and Danny boy couldn't even see him yet. Yeah, well, he's all in the open for me, and I'm like, he's gonna bolt. Miss. As soon as I shot, he started running. Danny could see him.
Yeah. Well, that was the same morning that I shot twice. And then you guys shot
we had a hell of a fucking morning.
Yeah, Robert shot the night before, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucked.
Yeah.
It was like a 125-yard shot, and I think Danny was at least.
I ripped one on 150.
You were probably
on the run, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I remember we came back to camp, and I'm like, you guys shot twice. And Brian's like, yeah, I reloaded that quick. And I was like, I mean, it was like. And I'm like, there's no way.
Yours were like 48 minutes apart.
Right,
By the time you got the right ram on your rod.
Sneaking across the
Elmer Fudd, yeah. Yeah, that didn't happen how I wanted it to happen there, Danny boy.
It never does.
It was fun, though.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah, I know. I just... there's a lot of good and bad things that happen up in the high country.
Memories, man.
We pulled the trigger.
I can't fucking wait to go back.
There you go. That's better verbiage.
See, I plan.
It's more confidence.
Go over the counter.
I plan. Oh my god.
This year. I mean, she doesn't need you.
Oh yeah. No.
You can't do anything.
You can't breastfeed. You don't have
milk,
do you?
My nipples, fucker.
I'll be lucky if I ever go back to Colorado again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way the last time went.
It wasn't great for you.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my point of view. Well, I almost died at least once in Colorado. It's all good.
Yeah.
Things haven't got any much worse.
I won't ever once die again. Yeah.
So you're saying if you go again, you might have the big
I
one
mean,
you're thinking.
we could try and go like, can we do like let's go to Iowa?
Let's do
maybe?
Nebraska.
Like, let's go
Nebraska.
halfway.
Let's do
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
We'll go see.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
go
halfway.
see.
It's
Yeah.
halfway. We'll go Omaha. Omaha.
I think Nebraska I could sell as being a
Yeah, because
lot
we're going to be on the
closer.
eastern
Like,
side
yeah,
if we end up.
it's way closer.
You know,
Is
we
that-
could be damn near to Wyoming.
Is that where we met that nice officer?
No,
Officer?
that was
that Iowa?
that had to be Iowa or something.
Yeah, I think you might have been
No,
Iowa.
was it? Yeah, it was Iowa. It was Iowa.
Officer Kurt.
Kurt,
my
was it
God.
Kurt? He was a nice fellow. He was really excited
We
about us getting to Colorado.
we all took a nice piss in the cornfield that right before then.
That was some tall corn.
Yeah, that was some good corn.
Good
I don't
looking
remember
corn.
the piss in the corn. I remember Uncle Kurt.
Wait, was that at the gas station we went and Pete? Yes,
Yeah.
we
The gas
filled up at the
station
gas
was
station.
clo-
And
it
then
was closed.
Yeah.
Couldn't go inside, no bathroom.
Yep, so we went and peed in corn.
So, who drove?
That was, I had
Billy
just
got
woken
pulled
up.
over. I was in
So,
the passenger seat.
Who drove first
From where?
from here?
I left, no, Danny.
I don't know.
I feel like I just got done driving. Yeah, because I think I drove all night. Either way, you got in,
No, I think it was
and we
my
got
first.
you all jacked up,
You're all-
and
you're
you
like-
just hammered.
You're like, let's go, Slick. You're freaking slowing us down.
Yeah.
We just lost 10 minutes, and he just held it wide open. And next thing you
We
know,
get
we're
on the
doing
on
almost-
ramp, and I'm just like, whoa! We're doing like 85, 90 miles an hour in the freaking heavy Chevy.
and whoop,
Yep, right behind
Oh,
me.
the old heavy Chevy.
Yep.
That's a good
He
truck.
pulls us over. Where are you boys headed?
Mexico.
Colorado. We're going elk hunting.
Woo!
Oh, they got good beer out there. That's what he says. He goes, oh, they got good beers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they do.
Yeah,
We don't know, but we're heard.
we're
You know,
not drinking any now,
never.
but
No,
we want
sir.
to.
Yes, sir. Just woke up 10 minutes ago, sir. But where am I?
When did we leave for? We
all
got
I can
there.
picture is Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Pretty
left-
much.
We left at night.
We left at
We
7
left-
o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We all worked all day.
I think you drove,
So
then
did
Brian
I
drove, and then I
start?
drove. And I drove all the way until
because you
Colorado.
get up early in the morning, so
Yeah.
That doesn't make. Oh, yeah.
yeah, we're
Okay,
halfway
yeah.
there.
I started for a little while.
Yeah, you drove your 4 hours or whatever, and then I
Okay, that makes
clicked
sense.
I clicked in at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I drove till like
But
7.
Slicky took the wheel in the dark.
Yeah, it was
and I took
pitch
the-
black. Yeah.
I took the passenger seat, and that was when we met Uncle Kurt.
So I got rotated to the back. So that means I just got done driving.
Makes sense.
That's right. And then you took the driver's seat like mid morning. See, I'm kind of bummed we're not driving this trip, but
It's
just
good and
because
bad.
I do it like in a weird way, I enjoy the drive.
No, I do too.
But
It's
it's gonna
part
be
of the
pretty
trip.
nice to like.
I think I would too, but I would rather be
Well,
able to go again and not push my luck
no, and
or
that's
lose a day of hunting.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's gonna be super nice to be able to leave here at 6 o'clock at night and be in Colorado at 9
Yeah.
o'clock. Like that's really nice.
having some Colorado beer and
Yeah.
whatever we do.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Right
we're
up the
gonna
mountain.
get up there and right about mitten after. And,
Right. We'll
Thunder-
adjust while we're hiking.
No, that ain't gonna happen again,
Did you
Danny.
talk to Rob yet?
I haven't talked to him since we talked. Was that Thursday you and I talked, I think?
I think so.
Because I called and talked to Mike Hearn about the meat situation, and he said he gave me a couple names more on the
Eastern
side. Eastern side of the slope that we might be able to go to, so that we don't have to be backtracking west to get our meat. I mean, there's gonna be something dead within the first couple days, no doubt. I have no doubt. I'm confident.
That I'm not bringing all that lunch up for the meals
Yeah.
up.
Right.
Fuck it, then I
Yeah,
ain't
so-
taking any
2
food.
days,
up.
2
Yeah,
days
just
then.
bring
Yeah.
2 days of food.
I'm
I
planning
wouldn't
on-
even worry about it.
I'm taking 5 days of food because I'm just trying to go light. And
Yeah.
it seems like somebody's gonna go out.
And they can
for
bring in a
something.
bunch of food if need be.
Yeah, if one person has to go out for something, I mean, it's a couple pounds of food is like
Nothing. And Tard, I mean, he'd carry in freaking aluminum cans full of taters and
oh well, we're gonna be eating venison, and I will tell you that is awesome venison. Is that how,
mountain loins.
Do you guys bring like any olive oil or anything to cook?
well I
It's a
have
great
in the,
question, AJ.
I have in the past some spices and some olive oil, but basically I don't know.
I think it's better to wait until
I think it's just kill something, figure it out.
Yeah.
And,
like you can bring like a little, like there's nothing wrong with bringing like a Ziploc bag full of like just a little
seasoning,
salt and pepper, or
that's
seasoning.
what
and you can use it for your food. Like if your food doesn't taste that good
put some
that
salt,
night or
pepper,
whatever,
garlic powder, whatever you want in there.
There's nothing wrong with.
I was gonna try to buy a little sealable container for.
I have a
olive
little
oil
like
and
2 ounce with a screw top lid that I put olive oil
just
in.
something once you shoot, the first day when you shoot something there.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot the first forkhorn that comes by just to make somebody happy.
I know our first time I bought like 3 little like containers, like probably that big and that tall.
That's what
I bought like 3 of those, and I had like shampoo, I had olive oil,
Wait, that was
I
shampoo.
had everything. And
which one's olive oil?
It just like ounces make pounds.
And
pounds make pussies.
Pounds make pussy. So you got olive oil, shampoo, and whiskey, and then you're trying to figure out which one's which. Shake, weight, hit the ceiling.
If you guys kill something, can you FaceTime me or something? Can
Can you keep grabbing your microphone? Can you do that?
Yeah.
For me?
Does this work?
Yeah.
How's the sound going right now, bud?
We'll get to the
good?
peak, and we'll just show you the meat.
Yeah, I just want something.
Hey, Dallas is on.
Uncle Dallas.
Woo!
You made it.